Hello again, baseball fans, and welcome to the Padres Radio Network. I'm Rich Rivera. It's Friday night. Comic-Con going on down in San Diego, downtown San Diego, Gaslamp, Petco Park. Everybody walking around like superheroes. Well, we saw some superheroes last night for the San Diego Padres. That's where we begin our pregame show talking about last night's victory. The San Diego Padres taking down the San Francisco Giants, and it started with a big home run from Hunter Renfroe and then Corey Spangenberg. Well, might as well put a...
Now Trevor DeLeo deals. That's a fastball lifted in the air to right field. Renfroe on the move, won't get there. Base hit. On to score is Span. So the misjudge in right field should have been out number one. Might have been out number one. Instead, a man on, a man is driven in, and it's 1-0 San Francisco. Got that pitch up. He's lucky it's in the ballpark, man. That ball was belt high on a tee. Woo! They'll take a single anywhere with that one, that's for sure. Could have been a lot worse. Brandon Belt, RBI number 45. Club leaders Brandon Crawford with 48. Not bad for a shortstop, huh? Here's Buster Posey. He's the best baseball player, that's for sure. Cutter inside to him. Ball one.
One of the things you kind of find out in talking to people who were here through all of that with Sandoval was that the agent at the time, who's no longer his agent, his brother, both very much in his ear, and maybe not the people most qualified to be in his ear about how to handle that departure in that situation. And I think they're hoping, in addition to everything else you said, that he's grown up a little bit.
3-0 fastball, way inside, ball four. This is brewing into more of that first inning trouble we've been talking about with the boys giving up a lot of runs. The most of the 9 innings have come in the first in aggregate. 80 of them. Now it's 81 with a run already in here today. No other inning is close to that. Remember, Padre fans, in the 1980 season when Jerry was the manager? John Curtis, one of his starters, a terrific guy, and could not get out of first innings. They changed his warm-up, they lengthened it, they shortened it, they did all. It just never worked. He could not have a easy get out of there, not get scored on, or hit at least first inning. First one by Trevor. Strike call to Brandon Crawford.
And really, for the Giants, there's no risk to bringing it back financially, certainly. All they got to do is pay him the prorated minimum. Red Sox pick up the tab on the big contract. Send him to AAA, sell some tickets, sell some Panda hats.
But Tom Warner loves writing that check. In Boston, ground ball right side. That's going to get through. Just went down on a slider and put it in there to right field for a base hit. On to score is Brandon Belt. Throw will go to third. The throw gets away. It's in the dirt away from Spangenberg. Posey is up. He will score on a slide at home plate. Things are getting away again in another bad first inning. And the defense, quite frankly, has been a big part of it behind Cahill, or not being there for him behind him. 3-0 San Francisco.
Well, again, Hunter Renfroe trying to make something happen with the arm. The traditional by-the-book play would be throw to second base there. Ibar was waiting for it. But it was a perfect throw to third, and they've got the out there. Posey's out at third. If Spangenberg can handle the throw, he couldn't. And nobody backing up, I think, because they didn't expect the throw to go to third base. They didn't expect the throw to go to third base.
It was in the dirt, so the error should go to Renfroe, not Spangenberg, though Jesse hit it on the head. Should have been caught. Fly ball left field, first pitch swinging. Pence. That's a base hit. That's a base hit. Crawford just jogging on home. Look out. It's 4-0 Giants.
And that one, just out of Jose Perella's reach. And he didn't play it perfectly. We talked about it yesterday. He's an infielder playing the outfielder. Looked really good at second base last night. Now he's back out in left field. Probably not the best angle on this one. Kind of went over and then back as opposed to just trying to cut it off. I mean, it's a ball that shouldn't get to the wall, and it does. And if it doesn't, it's a single. Now it's a double, and that obviously changes the entire complexion of the inning with just one out. And again, as for the previous one, again, by the book, hit the cutoff man, Ibar, the shortstop, if you're Hunter Renfroe. But he made a perfect throw, one hop to Spangenberg, and the error was given to Hunter, and that's how that's going to happen. But if Corey's able to get it and put the tag down, Posey's out by 3 feet.
Hunter Pence has been doing nothing as his 38th run batted in. After the club leader Crawford gets number 49. Other one scored on the error. Joe Panic takes inside, ball one. "84 runs in the first inning for my Padres." There's a tote board addition you don't want to talk about too much, but it is what it is. Paddock hitless yesterday. Fastball right now for a strike. 1-1. Hitless Paddock yesterday, but he's hitting 12 of the last 15 ball games. This is a ground ball. Will Myers, nice backhand, Will. Perfect feed to Cahill on the cover. Pence will move down on the fielder's choice right there to third base for the second out here in the first inning. Smooth, Will Myers, very smooth. The 8-hitter. Yeah, 8 already. First inning, Gorkis Hernandez. We were talking about trades and who will and who won't, and including Brad Hand and Chacin and Cahill. Who knows? Depends on what the Padres can get. They don't get what they think they should get. They'll keep them. They will keep them. That's fine. And now the Cubs, having picked up Jose Quintana for the White Sox, are allegedly interested in Yu Darvish of Texas. The rich just get richer. That's all. Breaking ball missing. The right-hand hitting Hernandez. Ball one. Checkbook scouting, whatever you need, you can write a check. And those markets and that revenue, you can. Dodgers, Cubs, Yankees, Mets, whomever, Boston. It must be nice. Pitches outside, 2-0. And the Padres, as you know, have not been shy about spending the money. They went for it. We'll get Kemp, we'll get Upton, get Kimbrel, get James Shields, get Norris. Pay for it, no problem, we'll do it. Just didn't work out. Those guys didn't do squat. The pitching took a giant step backwards. Who knew how that to play by Hernandez? 2-1. And then, okay, that didn't work. We'll put $100 million into drafting and international signing. Now we'll see how that works out when it does. That's what Nev asked me. He still lives in San Diego. His boy is now graduating on to college, Ty. And he said, what are the Aztecs going to do in football? I said, they're going to do very well. And we talked about the stadium issue. He's concerned about that. I said, it'll be worked out. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. Asuaje, nice big hop, belt high. That runner will be left at third. This runner, Hernandez, is thrown out on to Will Myers from Asuaje. But the Giants, 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. After 1, uphill time, 4-0 San Francisco, FM 94.9, Padres Radio Network.
Ska, craft beer. Seconds, feel it in minutes, last for hours. Try it once and you'll know why we say upgrade to awesome. Upgrade to extra strength. Official sponsor of
Trash. Now at the Four Seasons Scottsdale. Sign up to win to the contest page at PadresRadio.com.
Follow us on Twitter at Padres Radio, FM 94.9 Padres Radio.
Pitcher spot will lead off here. Always a bad sign in the second inning, but that's the reality of it with Jeff Samardzija taking a strike from Trevor Cahill. Samardzija, marvelous athlete, but only 3 hits all year. Sometimes in baseball, one has very little to do with the other, unlike most other sports. Outside the ball, 1-1. Top of the order, Span on deck. Nunez to follow. 4-0 Giants. A 4-run first. 1-1 pitch. Outside. Curveball right there. Big miss. I was mentioning Dick Williams, Doug Goosh, and those guys played for in the early 80s. Dick is a member of the Padre Hall of Fame. 2-1. Lined in the left field. That's going to be a base hit in front. of Perella. Okay, now Samardzija has 4 hits.
Like you said, he is a good hitting pitcher. Last year he hit 156. Mentioned what a good athlete he is. That time, though, I think he broke his bat. Just a little flare out to left field. Down in front of Jose Perella. Been that kind of night so far for Trevor Cahill, but plenty of time to change his fortunes.
Trevor coming back, starting fastball with Denard Span, the left-hand hitting leadoff man. Ball 1. Righty set. He's getting there for a strike. I tell you what, Dick Williams, you can ask a lot of guys from back then. They didn't like him. Sometimes they wanted to absolutely strangle him. But he will tell you he taught a lot of Padres how to win, how to play baseball the right way. As tough as he was. And he would embarrass guys and call them out in public to the media. And methods that aren't used these days only at all. But it was effective then because it got the message across. Pitch outside the ball. 2-1. That was the great comment by Tim Flannery, who played for him. When Flan said, you know, when I retire, I don't know if they make them or not, but I want to buy a glass-bottom car. So when I run Dick Williams over, I can see the expression on his face. That's what he engendered a lot of. 2-1, line foul down the right field side. I saw Flan the other day on the MLB Network doing some stuff. You're good at it, Flan. Because he was up in this broadcast booth for a couple of years, as I recall. Kind of angered Sandy Alderson a tad when Sandy was the CEO. I'm sure it didn't help the longevity, but he did leave on his own. He wasn't asked to leave. It wasn't one of those, you know, what do they call it, involuntary separation from payroll. 4-0 Giants, lead man on, second inning. Hit number 5 against Trevor. Cahill delivers a curve. That's a dandy, man. Sit down. Strike 3 call. First strikeout for him. The Vista guy. Here's Eduardo Nunez.
Nasty pitch for Cahill. That's the thing that has really helped him out this year, the curveball. Andy Green said before the game you never quite know which of his 4 pitches are going to be the best on a given night. And you kind of get the sense maybe he wasn't feeling the curve in the first inning because he didn't throw it much.
First pitch to Nunez, fouled out of play, first base. Coming back late, Sanchez didn't see it. He would have had a play. Did not see the ball. Will Myers had too long to go from first, but Hector didn't see it. And then by the time he did, it had fallen. But on the playing field side of the fence, he might have had one. And to let you on the inside there, what Flan had said, Padres picked up kind of a banjo hitter at the trading deadline that year. Really didn't help much, but just kind of a one deal. And then Flan told USA Today, while he was a Padre broadcaster, he said, I thought you're supposed to try to get better at the trade deadline. Well, that played well with Mr. Alderson. Not fastball foul back on the first base side. 0-2. Sandy's got his own problems with the Mets because you named the malady, the injury, and that poor guy, GM of the Mets, has had it this year. But he's beating cancer. He's been his scans have been clear. Good for you, Sandy. Long life to you. 0-2. Fastball high. 1-2.
That was very nice. We were in New York back in May. Stopped in to say hello.
Sure enough.
Mets are coming on this next homestand. Next home game, in fact.
He usually makes that West Coast trip. 1-2. This is a ground ball. Trevor reaches up, makes the grab. From the hill, makes the throw to second. Back to first. There's an inning-ending double play. Trevor Cahill, nicely done. Leap on the front side of the mound. A quick toss out there with Samardzija running. And able to start a 1-6-3 double play off the bat of Eduardo Nunez. Nice play. Very well done. 1-4-3 double play. And that's the inning. No runs, one hit, nobody left after 2. 4-0 San Francisco. Game 2, FM 94.9, Padres Radio Network.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to GTM Store.
Righty set. He's going to never strike. I tell you what, Dick Williams, you can ask a lot of guys from back then. They didn't like him. Sometimes they wanted to absolutely strangle him. But he will tell you he taught a lot of Padres how to win, how to play baseball the right way. As tough as he was.
GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more.
AutoZone. FM 94.9, Subaru and Miller Lite present.
Against the Giants, that's a good thing. Now they are down 4-0. Another one of those first inning bugaboos, giving up too much early and having to come on back. We'll see. 8-9 leader matters. Big Franchi Cordero joined the club in Denver. Now activated. He'll lead off in the third. Here is Jesse.
Thank you, Ted. He's the center fielder tonight. Didn't see him in yesterday's game, and a big left-handed batter takes inside from Samardzija. 1 ball and no strikes. Talking about the first inning troubles, those had been Samardzija's this season, including on Sunday at Petco. 4 runs against him in the first the other day. Fastball again inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Sanchez hit the 3-run homer. Ibar had an RBI double. Going into that game, his first inning ERA was 7. And obviously it went up, allowing the 4 runs. But today, a very quick 1-2-3 top of the first inning. 2-0 Cordero. Fastball strike on the inner half. 2-1 from the 32-year-old, and his name, Samardzija's, out there in trade talks as we approach the deadline. He and Nunez would seem to be the 2 Giants most likely to be dealt. Here's a fly ball straightaway center field. Long run. Denard Span still going back. He's on the track. He looks up, and this thing is off the very top of the wall. Cordero running hard all the way and is very fast. Is at third base standing with a triple. His third. This is his 29th game. Most of them not starts, and he's got a 3-bagger.
I'm sorry, that's as close as you can get to not being out.
Must have hit off the top of the wall and bounced back.
Yep. Put a good swing on a high off-speed pitch.
He's a big, strong kid, too. Wow, yeah, it hit the front corner of the top of the wall.
Very top. Everything but go out. Amazing. Right by the 399 sign.
And again, credit to him. He was sprinting the whole entire time and made it to third base very easily. So a leadoff triple for the Padres here in the third. Trevor Cahill coming to the plate. 4-0 Giants, but a nice opportunity here for the Padres. Trevor handles the bat nicely, 4 for 12 on the air, including a single against Samardzija on Sunday. And he takes a fastball outside, 1-0. Boy, Cordero, big, strong, fast. Fun to watch. 1-0. Cahill, big swing and a foul ball off the end of the bat to the backstop. 1-1.
Remember, StatCast had in their speed metric that he is the fastest, slightly faster than Margot on this Padre ball club. And for
Samardzija has really pitched to him not like a pitcher. Breaking balls out of the zone, fastballs trying to get him to chase, not just grouping him. Now a 3-2 pitch, and that's grounded past Samardzija, but it'll be handled at shortstop by Crawford. That'll get a run home. And an RBI ground out by Trevor Cahill. Puts the Padres on the board here in the third inning. Now 4-1 Giants. Lead triple by Cordero, ground out by Cahill. And we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
KBCT San Diego. Download the FM 94.9 app.
Did he get it?
For commercial-free music during all Padres games.
He got it!
Go to FM949SD.com for details.
AT&T Park, San Francisco, California, with Ted Leitner and our producer-engineer Dave Marcus. I'm Jesse Agler. Leadoff man Jose Perella stands in, takes a fastball for a called strike from Jeff Samardzija, 0-1. Giants leading the Padres now 4-1. 4 first-inning runs against Trevor Cahill. Now the Padres have gotten one back, looking for more. And Perella swings, grounds one at third. That's a fair ball over the head of Nunez and rolling down towards that bullpen down the left field line. A lead triple by Cordero, now a double by Jose Perella, and I think the ball was picked up by a fan down the line, so they're booing. I think Jose was probably contented with a double anyway. Runner on second, one out for the red-hot Carlos Asuaje.
You heard a moment ago about the trip. I was listening myself a moment ago. And I talked about a 3-night stay to see the Padres in Phoenix against the Diamondbacks in September at the luxurious Four Seasons Resort Scottsdale at True North. You can do that now. Sign up at the contest page at PadresRadio.com.
There's going to be one less fan in this ballpark for the rest of the night. Gentleman who picked up that fair ball, I believe, is being escorted out of here. Carlos Asuaje takes, and a breaking ball for a called strike, 0-1. So the Padres have gotten one back. They've got Perella at second, just one away. Asuaje struck out his first time up. Got the night off last night, but has reached safely in 13 consecutive games. Also hit his first Major League home run on Saturday night in Denver. Here comes the 0-1 from Samardzija. Ground ball right side. That'll be handled at first base by Belt. Takes it himself. Gets Asuaje by a couple of steps. Perella goes to third, now 2 down. And the batter will be Will Myers. Padres baseball is made possible by Daniels Jewelers. Daniels Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948. The 11 losses tied for the most in the National League. He lost 12 all of last year. And he's sitting on 11 here on July 21st. 2 outs, runner at third. It'll be a 3-2 to Myers, and the pitch is hit in the air left field well. Hernandez going back. Now he's coming in, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Padres get one. A lead triple by Cordero. RBI ground out by Trevor Cahill. But they also leave a man at third base. After 2.5, it's the Giants 4 and the Padres 1. This is the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
Hi, this is Tony Gwynn Jr., and I'm here to tell you about my favorite casino, Valley View Casino and Hotel. Valley View Casino is the best.
Follow us on Instagram at Padres Radio Network. This is FM 94.9 Padres Radio.
Bottom of the third inning, Trevor Cahill, Jeff Samardzija going head-to-head for the second time in less than a week. Faced off on Sunday afternoon at Petco Park, a game won by the Padres 7-1. Different stories so far tonight. 4-1 San Francisco, with the Giants coming to bat in the bottom of the third inning. Belt, Posey, and Crawford, 2, 3, and 4. 3, 4, and 5 coming up. 3 guys who last night combined to go 0 for 10 for the Giants. Tonight, 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored. Like we said, different story. Belt, first pitch swinging, loops one foul down the right field line. Hits off the base of the wall, over by the mound of the Padres dugout down the line. 0-1 to Belt, who had an RBI single and a run his first time up. Cahill coming up on 50 pitches here in the bottom of the third inning. Cahill gets the sign from Sanchez. Now he's into the windup, and the payoff pitch to Brandon Belt is fouled straight back. Belt had an interesting birthday this year. Giants had an off day, which has got to be nice. When you're celebrating your birthday in season as a player, you kind of go out to lunch, do whatever you want, everything on your own time. But something else happened that day that might have ruined it a little bit. Madison Bumgarner went for a dirt bike ride. 3-2 pitch is low and outside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to Belt here in the bottom of the third. Yeah, his birthday was the same day they had off in Denver when Bumgarner hurt himself. I kind of picture, and I have no idea what Brandon Belt did that day, but I kind of picture him, sitting at a restaurant. Maybe he's got family in town to help celebrate the birthday, and you're waiting on your food. You start scrolling through Twitter on your phone. Next thing you know, you're reading about Madison Bumgarner falling off a dirt bike. What? Here's Buster Posey. Nobody out, runner on first base. Buster walked and scored back in the first. Cahill's first pitch is down and in, ball 1. Ball strike ratio not great for Cahill right now. A lot of 2-ball counts, 3-ball counts. And Darren Balsley, almost on cue, going to go out and visit with him already for the second time tonight. He was out there in the first inning as well.
I'm so curious when the contract of Bumgarner is up. If the new one absolutely, and I'll bet you it will, have a clause that there will be no dirt bike riding. There'll be no skiing, water skiing or snow skiing. There'll be no X Games, no skating, no snowboarding, none of that stuff. Which a lot of it is, I think, in standard contracts. And I'm sure they're going to add some on to him.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. They can keep him here through 2019 on his current deal, Bumgarner. Options the next 2 years, which obviously will be picked up.
Really good contract for the Giants.
Yeah.
He's a bargain on that deal.
They got a couple big ones. Not necessarily albatrosses, but maybe blackbirds around their necks. Here's the 1-0. Hard hit, left field in the air. Perella lines it up, and Jose kind of tiptoeing towards the gap in left center makes the catch. Belt goes back to first base, one away. Here in the bottom of the third inning with Brandon Crawford coming up. Get rewarded for listening to tonight's game. Receive 5 Compadres fan rewards points just for tuning in. Enter code SDSF721 in your Compadres portal to redeem. Not enrolled in the Padres fan loyalty program? Download the MLB.com ballpark app to sign up. So Crawford, the left-handed hitting shortstop, RBI single and a run scored his first time. 0 for 4 last night. He ended up at third base on that single, went to second, advancing on the throw, to third on the throwing error, and he takes ball 1 in the dirt. 2 runs came in on that play. He was credited with just the 1 RBI, plating Belt. Posey also scored after Renfroe's throw got away from Corey Spangenberg at third base. Runner goes on 3-2. Pitch is grounded left side. Spangenberg diving stop. Looks at second. Throws to first. And they get the out there. So Belt ends up at second base now with 2 down. Good diving play by Corey Spangenberg on the left side of the infield. And the batter will be Hunter Pence.
And not just a dive, but as he's coming up, like you said, took a look at second to make sure the guy was frozen there at second base. Wasn't going to wait for the release and then break for third. Knew he was going back to second. Heads up play, Corey. Heads up play, physically and mentally.
Pence, an RBI double his first time up. That brought home the 4th Giant run in the first inning. Their lead now 4-1. Belt in scoring position. And the first pitch misses up and away. Fastball at 92 from Cahill. 1 ball and no strikes. When a team underperforms per expectation as much as the Giants have, it's never 1 or 2 things that have gone wrong. It really is a big, big list. Here's the 3-1 to Pence. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's off Cahill's glove. Into center field. Asuaje tried to dive out on the grass to get it. He couldn't. Runner will come in and score. And the Giants get that run right back. 5-1 San Francisco here in the third. Pence now 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and 2 RBIs. Asuaje was never going to be able to have a play on Pence, but he was out 10 feet on the outfield grass behind second base because if he's able to smother that one, Belt probably has to hold up at third. Great effort by Asuaje. Just couldn't quite get there. And Pence with his second run-scoring hit of the day. 5-1 Giants, 2 outs, he's at first, and Joe Panik coming up. Throw to first, and Pence back pretty easily. Panik, a left-handed batter, grounded out to Will Myers his first time up. Posey goes, pitch a called strike. Sanchez throw high, Ibar's tag late and not in time. Ibar sort of waited for Pence to complete his slide at second base, hoping and thinking maybe he would overslide the bag because the throw wasn't there in time. But he's able. Last night the Padres got 6 innings out of Jhoulys Chacín. It had been a while since the Padres got back-to-back longer starts out of their starters. Doesn't look like Cahill's in it for the long haul tonight, but we'll see. 2-2 fastball is high, and the count full. 3-2 on Panic. And look, I think we all know the reality is that starters don't normally go more than 6 these days. Bumgarners, Kershaws, Scherzers, yeah, different story. But most guys, most teams, it's 5 and change, 6, that's about it. 3-2, ground ball, second base. Should be the inning. Aswahe gobbles it up, makes the short throw to first base, and the side is retired. Giants, though, add one, another RBI hit from Hunter Pence. They leave a man at second base. We'll go to the 4th inning. 5-1 San Francisco on the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
Since 19, been San Diego's floor covering leader. Sid's Carpet Barn, 132 West 8th Street, National.
In the San Diego Bay, this unique tasting event combines food and beverage sampling, up-close animal encounters, live entertainment, and more. Don't miss
FRI presents Indie Jam 2017, September 9th, Oceanside Pier Amphitheater. StarFD.com for a limited time. Set the date. September 9th, FM 94.9's Indie Jam. You're listening to the new home for the San Diego Padres. FM 94.9 Padres Radio.
Start of the 4th inning at AT&T Park in San Francisco. The Giants lead the Padres 5-1. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for San Diego tonight. That is Sanchez, Spangenberg, and Renfroe against Jeff Samardzija, who's looked much better tonight than he did on Sunday afternoon at Petco Park. Samardzija's allowed just the 1 run on 3 hits. And the first pitch to Hector is in the air, straightaway center field. Span, long run, racing back, looking up, unbelievable. He's done it again. Hector Sanchez takes the first pitch of the 4th inning and sends it out over the 399 sign in straightaway center field. His 7th home run of the season. He not only continues to torture the Giants, but he continues to hit the ball out at an unbelievable rate. He's now hit in 6 consecutive starts. He's homered in 4 of his last 6. And really, just unbelievable. 3-run shot against Samardzija on Sunday and a solo homer here tonight. 5-2 San Francisco. Here's Corey Spangenberg. He homered last night. He homered against Samardzija, and he takes low, ball 1. Trip around the diamond sponsored by Daniels Jewelers. For every Padres home run, the Daniels Jewelers family donates $1,000 in jewelry value to children's charities like Make-A-Wish San Diego. 1-0 to Spangenberg is on the inside corner for a called strike. Daniels Jewelers making diamond dreams come true since 1948. Hector Sanchez. 1-1 down by the feet. Now 2 balls and a strike to Spangenberg. Hit the walk-off home run against the Giants on Saturday. The 3-run homer against the Giants on Sunday. Homered Monday in Colorado. Got the day off yesterday, and he goes deep again here tonight. 2 balls and a strike to Spangenberg. Pitch from Samardzija is down and in. 3-1 to Corey. I mentioned it earlier, Samardzija this year, a lot of strikeouts, hardly any walks, but a fair amount of home runs. That's his 11th in the last 8 starts. Includes, of course, the 2 that the Padres hit on Sunday. Looking for more here, down 3. 3-1 pitch, Spangenberg takes, inside ball 4. So a home run, a walk. Corey aboard safely for the 2nd time tonight. And the Padres going to try and put up some more with Hunter Renfroe coming to the plate.
Padres are seeking nominations, for the 2017 Comunidad Award. The honor community leaders and organizations making significant contributions to the region's Hispanic community. Winners receive $1,000 to donate to a nonprofit of their choice. Any details, go to Padres.com/Comunidad. Nominations will close August 1.
Renfroe waiting for the first pitch from Samardzija. Flew out to right field his first time. And a pickoff throw to first. Spangenberg back pretty easily. 5-2 Giants. Padres got 1 in the 3rd. San Francisco answered with a run in the bottom of that inning, and now the Padres have gotten another in the 4th and looking for more. First pitch to Hunter is skied to left field, more high than deep. Hernandez going over towards the gap in left center, now backpedaling. About 5 feet shy of the warning track, he makes the catch. Throws back to the infield. Spangenberg had gone back to tag, but he'll stay at first base. Renfroe flies out to left field, 1 away here in the 4th inning. And the batter will be the shortstop number 7 hitter, Eric Ibar.
Big plans for Saturday night, do you?
Gonna go to dinner.
Way to go.
Assuming we don't play like 22 innings tomorrow.
Shh.
I know.
Don't tempt fate.
I know. I made the dinner reservation, and I felt like that pretty much locked in. High bar switch hitter left side. Ground ball right side. Off the glove of Panik and into right field. You almost wonder if he was thinking about whether he was going to go to second or go to first. It'll be an error on Joe Panik, and now the Padres have runners on first and second with one out. And Franchi Cordero, who tripled his first time up, coming to the plate. That's a Gold Glove second baseman. It was a true hop. He kind of reached out away from the body, going to his left, and just missed it. So Samardzij's defense lets him down, and now Cordero, 2 on, 1 out. He swings at the first pitch, gets away from Posey, throw down to second base. Ibar's hung up. Now we'll see if Spangenberg can try and score. Ibar being chased back to first, and he'll be tagged out by Bell. He'll go 2-6-3. Spangenberg ends up at third base, advancing on the, I think, wild pitch. But both runners unable to advance. Now 2 outs and a runner on third for Cordero, who's in the hole 0-1. He didn't get far away from Posey, maybe 6-7 feet to his right. Spangenberg went, Ibar went, Posey delivered a strike down to Crawford. Ibar was trying to help Spangenberg advance another 90 feet and get home, but they chased him back to the bag, and now an 0-1 to Cordero. It's outside, 1-1. So an out on the base paths for the Padres here. 5-2 Giants, top of the fourth. 2 outs and a runner on second for Cordero. And the 1-1 pitch is way high. 2 balls and a strike to Franchi. Cordero hit .389 in his first 17 games in the big leagues. Then he had a 1-for-31 stretch. It's all about adjustments. Now back, getting another opportunity. 2-1 pitch is a slider for a called strike. 2-2.
I'm amazed they gave him a pitch that good right there. Right-handed pitcher on deck, first base open. That's a good pitch. I'd have walked him immediately.
See what they do on 2-2 to Cordero. Spangenberg dancing at third base. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Breaking ball down and in. And Samardzij's second K of the night helps him out of some trouble here in the top of the fourth inning. Padres get 1 on 1 hit in error. There was also a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Now 5-2 San Francisco. This is the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
Why, hello there. It's your fireplace. Your warm, cozy, flame licking cuddle buddy. Why don't you take a load off and curl up beside Interstate Batteries?
And you'll know why we say upgrade to awesome. Upgrade to extra strength. Official sponsor of the 2017 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Bill Myers crushes it here. FM 94.9 Padres Radio.
Bottom half, inning number 4 in San Francisco. Padres trail the Giants 5-2. Borges, Hernandez, Samardzij, and Span. 8-9-1 due up for San Francisco against Trevor Cahill. Trevor allowed 4 runs on 4 hits in the first inning, gave up a leadoff single in the second, but turned a nice double play to get out of that one. Lead walk in the third inning, ended up coming around to score with 2 outs. So he'll try for a clean 4th here with the number 8 hitter leading off. Hernandez grounded to second his first time up, right-handed hitter. And he takes a fastball away from Cahill. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants in the orange tops. That's their Friday night thing, has been for the last couple of years. Padres gray on gray. And the 1-0 pitch hits the outside edge for a called strike. 1-1. Took a peek at Twitter between innings, and all the reporters who covered the Giants, they're just throwing their hands up in the air about Hector Sanchez. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-2 on Hernandez. Hector homering again against the Giants in the top of this inning. And everybody seems to basically be saying, you know what, at this point, good for him. What else can you say? Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball chopped up the middle. Swahe, long way to go. Behind the bag at second. Won't have a play. A likely sacrifice situation for the pitcher, Samardzija. What a trip to go on the road this September as the Padres travel to Phoenix for a great weekend of baseball. Trip includes a 3-night stay at the luxurious Four Seasons Resort Scottsdale at True North. Get signed up now on the contest page at PadresRadio.com. Leadoff man aboard for the fourth time in 4 innings. Samardzija squaring to bunt. Throw to first base. And back easily there was Hernandez. Giant pitcher looking to help himself. He's got 2 sacrifice hits on the season, 25 in his career. Squares up early, and Cahill again throws back to first base. And again, Hernandez goes in with the head-first slide. No tag from Myers. Giants looking to add to a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A leadoff infield single by Gorkys Hernandez, and now the pitcher at the plate. Cahill ready. This time he comes home, and Samardzija's bunt is out towards the mound. Cahill has it. He will make a long underhand toss to Swahe at first base. A 1-4 sacrifice for Jeff Samardzija. Hernandez goes to second, 1 away. And now the top of the order for San Francisco with Denard Span coming to the plate. Span 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout tonight against Cahill. Left-handed batter getting settled into the box on the right side. Former Twin and National. Got married in January. Greg Stammen down the right field line, throwing in the Padre bullpen for the second time tonight. Cahill's next pitch will be his 75th. He's got 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. One ball and no strikes to Denard Span. Hernandez the runner at second. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball. Nice grab by Cahill. Throws to second. Now they've got him hung up. Ibar drops it. Throw to third. Spangenberg missed the tag, and everybody's safe. Oh, what a great play by Cahill. Kind of stuck the glove out at the comebacker. Came up with it. I think at first he wanted to throw to first, and then he looked at second base and he saw Hernandez way off the bag. He threw it to Ibar, who dropped it, threw to third. They still maybe had a chance, but Spangenberg unable to get the tag down. They're giving an error to Ibar. I think that's good scoring. Throw was right to him and he just dropped it.
His throw hit the runner right in the back. Ibar's.
So Span on first, thanks to the fielder's choice. Hernandez at third, thanks to the E6. Second error committed by the Padres tonight. Renfroe had the throwing error back in the first inning. That didn't help things. And now Nunez at the plate, grounded into a double play his first time. Lines one back to Cahill, who catches it. 2 away. His last time up, he had a comebacker. Cahill made a great play and started a 1-4-3 double play. This time he hit it in the air to Trevor, and Cahill snagged it. What a catch.
His defense has been bad, but he's been terrific with the glove, I'll tell you that. That's an extra infielder out there tonight. That guy is quick, big, but he'll surprise you with his quickness. He can field that position.
Those are back-to-back nice plays by Cahill. Defensively. Hard hit balls, but doing his part with the glove. And now 2 outs, runners on the corners for Brandon Belt. He has scored 2 of the 5 Giant runs. Left-handed batter. Sanchez sets a high target, and the first pitch is high. Fastball, 93 miles per hour, 1-0. Those are like unbelievable plays. Belt walked his last time, RBI single in the first. Now the 1-0, taken low. 2 balls and no strikes. I don't think there's any question Trevor Cahill is fighting the command a little bit tonight. Defense hurt him in the first. Defense has hurt him here in the fourth. But he's not at his best, there's no question. Hasn't had an easy inning. 2-0 pitch is outside. 3-0. He's kind of hopping off the mound after he releases the ball. Looks a little bit different physically than maybe he usually does. Just not quite comfortable out there. And Craig Stammen probably pretty close to being ready out in the bullpen. For the moment, though, just a 3-run game. 3-0 is outside, ball 4. So Belt walks for the second consecutive time up. That'll load the bases with 2 outs. And the batter will be Buster Posey. Posey came up in a big spot in the 6th inning last night. Bases loaded with 2 outs after a Belt walk. Giants had scored a couple of runs. And Jolies Chassin got him to pop up. Came up in another big spot in the 8th inning against Brad Ham. Brad got him to fly out. See what happens here with the bases loaded and 2 away. 5-2 Giants in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Posey. Checked his swing in the dirt. Ball 1. Corquez Hernandez at third base. Denard Span at second. Brandon Belt at first. 5-2 San Francisco. Cahill, back foot against the rubber, gets his sign from Sanchez, comes set, letter high, and the 1-0 to Posey is a strike. Cahill takes a short walk off the back of the mound, adjusts the jersey, whirls the ball around a little bit, now back with the back foot on the rubber. Runners lead off all 3 bases. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Posey. Grounded foul at third. Underneath the feet of Phil Nevin. Nice quickness, big guy. Coaching at third base. Kind of hopped up in the air. Ball went right underneath of him. 1-2. Cahill trying to keep this a 3-run game. Pitcher spot set to lead off for the Padres in the top of the 5th. Belt off of first, Span off of second, Hernandez off of third. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Posey. Pitch from Cahill is in the dirt, gets away from Sanchez. That's going to bring another run home. It's another wild pitch. 6-2 Giants. Errors, wild pitches, not been a clean game. Spiked that curveball. Sanchez went to his right. Looked like he was going to get in front of it, and then it just skipped away from him. So now 2-2 with runners on second and third. And the Giants' lead is 4. Trevor Cahill now leads the National League in wild pitches. Here's the 2-2. Inside, not by much. And a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Buster Posey. Posey walked and scored his first time up, lined out to left field in the third, so he's 0 for 1. Cahill squinting in, getting the signs. Now the 3-2 pitch is just inside and low, ball 4. So with first base open after the wild pitch, he ends up walking Posey, and that's going to be the end of the night for Trevor Cahill. Andy Green out of the dugout. He's going to make a double switch as he visits with the home plate umpire, Laz Diaz. Looks like Matt Caesar is going into the game to play the outfield. Franchi Cordero made the final out in the top of this inning, so the pitcher will go number 8 in the batting order for the Padres. Matt Caesar will go number 9, and Craig Stammen will come into pitch. Pitching change powered by GTM Discount Stores. Shop GTM, San Diego's #1 discount store. Giants 6, Padres 2 on the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network. Fourth inning, Trevor Cahill departs with San Francisco on top 6-2. The bases are loaded. There are 2 outs. Craig Stammen is on to pitch, and Brandon Crawford is coming to the plate. Stammen did not pitch in last night's game for the Padres. Did work over the weekend against San Francisco on both Friday and Sunday. Precarious situation here with the sacks full. Crawford's hit him 4 for 5. And a line drive right field. Renfroe coming in, and he'll make the catch. Hunter full speed ahead over towards the line and into the infield. And Crawford, 1 pitch, 1 out. Craig Stammen gets out of the bases loaded jam. We go to the 5th inning. Giants lead 6-2. This is the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
At Coleman University, we prepare people to develop the world, like Coleman student and San Diego native Chris Sheldon.
I enrolled in the cybersecurity program because I needed a career change. At Coleman, I get personal attention from the faculty and small.
To those who qualify, and classes start at...
After 4 innings in San Francisco, the Giants have a 6-2 lead on the Padres. Trevor Cahill goes 3 2/3 innings tonight. Craig Stammen got out of a bases-loaded 2-out jam with just 1 pitch to end the 4th. And now in the 5th, Matt Caesar will come to the plate for the first time tonight. Just double-switched into the game when Stammen came on. He's in center field the rest of the way. And he faces Jeff Samardzija here with his team down 4. And now, here's Ted.
All right, Jesse. Not crisp. Not well played. No excuses. Yesterday was terrific. They did everything right, my boys. Not today. Same old baseball. You're up, you're down, you're in, you're out. First one of ball. Samardzija to Caesar. Birthday boy of a day ago. 28 years and a day for this East Coast guy. Villanova, marvelous university that he attended and played, as we mentioned to you. Like Samardzija, baseball, football. Those 2 baseball, football guys are matched up here. 2-0, fouled at the plate. I can't even imagine 2 sports in terms of what the workload is these days. I mean, guys who did it, whatever, in the 30s and 40s, Jim Thorpe's and guys like that. But nowadays, my gosh, the meetings, the film study, there's so much extra stuff. Off-season workouts and what have you. Weightlifting that didn't exist in those days. Making strike 2 and 2. But to have a full course load and all the practices and aforementioned meetings on 2 sports, you can do that, stay eligible. You are something else. 2-2. Line to the gap in left center field. That will get on by the left fielder Hernandez. All the way to the 382 side of left center field. The more you see Caesar, the more you like Caesar. That's all there is to it. He's got a stand-up double. So he went hitless on his birthday. Samardzija laid one in here with a changeup right over the plate to him right here. Nice little birthday gift. Day later, and top of the order to Jose Perella.
Probably the hardest hit ball of the night for the Padres.
I agree. Perella's double in the 3rd. Touched by a fan. Hung this one too. It's a ground ball. Pass to the dive of Crawford. That's a base hit to left field. Great effort by Crawford. Not good enough. Perella's got a multi-hit game. Wide turn. He'll go back to first. On to score is Caesar. Getting a run, my boys here. 6-3 San Francisco. Jose Perella. Nice job. Nine-game hitting streak. Got his hit in the final at-bat, the 8th inning yesterday to extend it. Fastball, big rip and a foul back by Carlos Asuaje. St. Louis beats the Cubs in Wrigley 11-4. Cardinals had a 9-run 8th, scored all 9 with nobody out. Now, that's something you may not see the rest of the year. No, that's something you will not see the rest of the year. Cardinals came up big. 9 runs against the Cub bullpen. After the start by Arrieta. Fastball outside to Aswahe. Arrieta, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. He was fine. Bullpen? No. Not fine. Strope, Edwards, Rondon. Horrible. (11-4) Cards. There's a breaking ball by Samar just inside. Has a curve. It's 2-1. Carlos has struck out. He is grounded out. Did not have a hit against Samardzija Sunday and the last day of the homestand before the flight on to Denver. And now to here, outside, 2-1 ball, 3-1. Josh Osich sent down by Dave Righetti down there to the left field line to do some warming up. First action, Giant bullpen. Fastball up the middle. That's a base hit right there. Nice job by Aswahe. That pitch was in. He fought it off for a base hit to center field. On the move, Perella. He will easily go to third. The boys are at the corners here, going double, single, single. Nobody out in the 5th inning.
Nice hustle base running by Jose Perella. He was thinking third base immediately. I mean, that's a routine ground ball up the middle that Denard Span comes into field, and Perella was going to go to third no matter what. And they didn't even have a play on it.
Speaking of Dave Righetti, chat time on the mound. Well, the Yankees had Gossage and Sparky Lyle. And they had Sparky Lyle when he was a Cy Young Award winner. Marvelous time in the Yankee bullpen. And then they got Goose from the White Sox. Sparky Lyle was not happy about that. So one of them had to go. And it wasn't a Goose. It was Lyle. But he went to Texas, and that's who they got. Dave Righetti to the Yankees. To then have a wonderful career. First as a starter, including the no-hitter, and then like 100 saves plus after his time starting. That's the genealogy of that. And the career of Righetti, who's been here through multiple managers. Now Myers, conference over. First pitch, fastball, low and outside, ball 1. Colonel Coleman was very close friends to his dad, Leo Righetti. They played in the Sandlots up here in San Francisco together. Grew up together. Wonderful. And he told Dave that many times when the boys were up here in Jerry's stomping ground, the Bay Area. 1-0. Way outside, 2-0.
Not the best pitch game we've seen this season. Both guys really fighting it.
The tying run is at the plate. Just like that. I think another base hit. Samardzija's got to be gone. Off the corners, nobody out. 2-0 pitch. Fouled it back out of play. Had a nice rip. Did Mr. Myers right here, who is grounded out. He is flied out. Station identification from San Francisco on FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
PCT San Diego. Download the FM 94.9 app.
Did he get it?
For commercial-free music during all Padres games.
He got it!
Go to FM949SD.com for details.
Teddy Jesse with you. Bay Area for 4 big ones. Dominating the Giants this year, winning 7-10. Perella's at third. Aswahe at first, held on there by Belt. 2-1 curve inside. Big time hitters count. 3-1 for Will Myers. Nobody out. Having gone double, single, single. Run driven in by Perella. Rookie 17th ribby. 83rd pitch for this guy's a high fly, towering drive, way foul, way deep down the left field line. You talk about just a bit in front. This was not a bit. Will was beside himself. I had that pitch. I was going to drive it to Sausalito, but I was out in front. just my pitch I was looking for. So frustrating because the game is so hard. The hitting is so difficult. The most difficult thing in sport, period. Throw to first, right on the bag is Iswahe. Menchaparel is the third. 6-3 San Francisco. Fifth inning. Right-hander is set now. Long time and a 3-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball right back to Samardzija. He looks home. He looks to second. Now he looks home and throws home. Got Perella in the rundown. Tag him not quite halfway up the third base line. That's one away. Myers will reach on the fielder's choice. Iswahe will go to second.
That was a weird one.
Samardzija had no clue what to do.
And then he almost threw it away, throwing home to Posey, which I didn't really see in real time just because of the angle that we have from behind home plate. But looking at the replay, good job by Posey fielding that throw home. It was basically down in the dirt by home plate. And if that thing gets away, I mean, it's going to turn into a circus show out here.
1-2, one out. First and second for Hector Sanchez. Sure, they're thrilled to see him at the plate again. Oh, no, not this guy. Probably see some Giants fans who aren't really into it sitting out there. Why do I know this guy? That's Hector Sanchez. It sounds familiar. Yeah. His entire career had been here. First pitch fastball, swing and a miss. Hey, go after it. Good rip. Strike one. I mean, Samardzija got that comebacker. He looked home. He spun around. He looked at second. He spun around. He looked back to the plate. But he got an out. That's what he wanted. 0-1 is on the way right here. Foul back out of play. Third base just to our left. 0-2 to Sanchez. The fifth inning is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs are now half-price Wing Tuesdays. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, restaurant for details. Spangenberg on deck, lefty-lefty here with Hector Sanchez, the switch hitter, along with Ibar. The other one, Solarte, still on the DL, on the club, with the club. That tried outside corner, did not quite get there. 1-2. Christian Friedrich is here. Saw him in the hotel yesterday. Austin Hedges has flown back after going out of Denver to get him out of altitude and have some vision testing, which he said was very effective by the Padres staff when he was in San Diego before he flew up here to rejoin the club. The 1-2, line down the third base side. That's a fair ball. That's extra bases. Here come the boys. Iswahe will score. Into third goes Will Myers. It's a ball game right now, all right. 6-4 San Francisco, and only one away in the fifth inning. Hector, they're just so sick of you. So keep it up.
It's really pretty incredible what he's done against this team this year. I mean, he's torturing them.
Here comes Boch. Bruce Bochy, winningest manager in Padre history, has had marvelous success there and here. And he wants the baseball from Jeff Samardzija. Padres struggled with him tonight, pounded him Sunday, but they're finally getting to him here, so Bruce will make the change. In the fifth inning, Padres a couple of runs in. They're down by 6-4. Back shortly, FM 94.9, Padres Radio Network.
Still on a new car.
They only used two out of the bullpen yesterday, Contos and Crick. Now Osich, the left-hander, against the left-hander Corey Spangenberg. Padres 2 runs in, 3 knocks. Beg your pardon. Cheated them. 4 hits, those 2 runs. A huge moment in the ball game. Second and third, those are the tying runs here with 1 gone in the fifth inning. Osich to Corey with a curveball high. Ball 1. Pitching change brought to you by UFCW. That is the United Food and Commercial Workers. Local 135 in San Diego. Your friends, your neighbors. Trying to make a nice living. Best they possibly can. And doing a great job of serving us at the Union grocery stores and drugstores. Spangenberg single and walk. 6-game hitting streak for Corey. This is the one fouled off. Fought that fastball and fouled it down the lower deck, left field line.
One of my favorite baseball writers is Grant Brisbee. He writes a lot about the Giants, but also about baseball in general. And he tweeted a few moments ago proposing a trade. Sanchez for Posey. Who says no? I think that gives you a pretty good idea of how Giant fans are feeling about Hector Sanchez right now.
Renfroe next. First base open as mentioned. Second and third. Osich on the 1-1 curve. Ground ball right side. This will get a run home. To his left is Panic with the grab and a throw at second base. Will Myers scores. 3 runs home. 1-run game. 6-5 San Francisco. Nicely done, boys.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a result that both teams will take at this point. Osich gets an out, which they desperately needed. Corey gets another run home.
Here's Hunter Renfroe. Here's Bruce Bochy. Ain't gonna have the left-hander. Forgive my ain't. Facing the bat of Hunter Renfroe. Big fella. They saw that laser get out of here yesterday over the left field wall really fast. Bruce will go strictly by the book. Righty, lefty. In this case, a left-hander to go after, a right-hander to go after the right-hander. This is in the 5th inning. A change again. The runner at third. A couple of runs home. 6-5 Giants. FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network. Denver. Watching that stuff. Oh yeah, baseball. Alleged baseball. The video game of Coors Field. Now available to download. Padres got 3 runs in here in the 5th. They made a brand new ball game. It is 6-5 with Renfroe certainly against the right-hander Corey Guerin.
Pitching change brought to you by Rancho Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Better service, better financing offers. No one saves you more than Rancho.
So Samardzija leaves a couple of runners. One has scored already. He's charged with 5 earned runs. Sanchez at third belongs to Samardzija. He walked 1. He always does. He's the best in the National League. He averages 1 walk per game. But he's up there in the top 10 in hits allowed, earned runs allowed. And once again, Padres are showing that about the veteran right-hander. Hunter Renfroe against Guerin. I've seen him multiple times this year. Not yesterday. First pitch swinging. Bounding ball on a broken bat will be fouled at third base. Most of the bats around near shortstop.
Wow. Left with a handle. Nothing but a handle. And he took it with him, Renfroe.
Who wrote that? Handle, nothing but a handle. It's a wonderful song.
Baseball poetry.
Yes, it is.
Handle, nothing but a handle in my hand. Running to first base.
Yes.
The ball is foul.
Exactly. John Lennon could not have done it any better. Guerin, 40th appearance, the big 4-0. Triple twos on the earned run average. 6 runs, 7 hits. The Giants, 5 run, 8 hits the Padres. Hunter's flied out twice. But he's putting the bat on the ball. That's better than striking out. 0-1. Fastball just missed inside. 1-1. Corey Guerin, Tennessee boy, born in Chattanooga. Living now like half the baseball population in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hector Sanchez walking down the line there in foul territory at third. Guerin's pitch to him, swing and a miss. Hunter's looking fastball. Way out in front of the slider. 1-2. Guerin, hefty guy, 6'3", 200. 3 years of Major League service. 4.28 last year, 56 games. Tying run, third base, 5th inning with 2 gone, 1-2 on the way. Laid off that same pitch. I thought he checked. They appeal. He checked. 2-2. This sport does lead the league in deep breaths, doesn't it? Watching those batters. Telling themselves, all right, stay within yourself. Wait for your pitch. Only free throw shooters take that breath more in sport, or as much as batters in Major League Baseball. 2-2 to Hunter, way outside. Went back to the slider. Now they know the book on these young guys. Feed him that curve. Give him that slider. 6-5, San Francisco. They've led all day. Maton up. Mostly watching, not throwing down the right field line there. The payoff pitch to Hunter. Fastball, strike 3 call. Like I said, he had been putting the ball in play, but not here. Heck of a pitch by Guerin on the black. Outside corner, 3 runs, 4 hits. Padres leave a run. That tying run, but they're in the ball game. They were not before, but they certainly are now. They were down 4-0 after 1. Now 6-5 in the middle of the 5th. FM 94.9, Padres Radio Network.
Are you military or have family or friends that are? I'm Marine Corps veteran Ed Harris.
San Francisco Giants about here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 6, 7, 8 hitters, starting with the veteran all-star outfielder Hunter Pence. The Giants by 6-5. The Giants by 6-5. Pence has gone RBI single, stolen base. Might be out of his slump. It's been a long and protracted one. It's by Salmon. He's a slider low, ball 1. .56 degrees right now. Here's San Francisco, pitch low, 2-0. Stammen, big fella, 6'4", 230. From North Star, Ohio. Have not had the pleasure. First major league win in 2009 for the Nationals in Yankee Stadium. A little bit of strike, 2-1 to Pence. Left-hand hitting Panic is on deck. Stammen delivers on the 2-1 pitch. Check swing high. Craig signed a minor league contract with AJ in the offseason in December. Had a terrific spring. Made the club. You know, did it the old-fashioned way. He earned it. This Dayton Flyer, University of. There's a 3-1. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Good movement. Full count. Sam Davis, football, basketball, baseball at Versailles High School. The 3-2. Ground ball right side. Base hit. Perfectly placed between Myers and the slaughter. Couldn't have rolled it out there any better. And Pence, oh yeah, getting out of that slump. He's 3 for 3. Panic with a K. There's a picture on the hall beyond this broadcast booth to give you an idea of this Giants' history and franchise. It's a picture of Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Juan Marichal, Gaylord Perry, and Orlando Cepeda. And I'm thinking, wow. And that's a short list and just one photo. They posed together years ago. So the first run on the bag is Pence. He will run. He's taking the bag today, as noted. Stammen on for Cahill last inning. He deals. His fastball's in the air to deep left center. Caesars with it all the way. Matt's there with a backhand. A stride away from the warning track in left center. Scurrying on back is Hunter Pence. One gone fifth for Gorky's Hernandez.
Fifth inning made possible by Buffalo Wild Wings. Weekdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Take advantage of the new 15-minute lunch guarantee at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. See restaurant for details.
Gorky's Hernandez. He wears that Yasiel Puig, number 66. You don't see that too often.
.37 appearances in 01.
My memories of him? Blank. 0.
Switch to number 46 the next year.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, got to.
There's a 1-2 pitch on the way. Took it a little bit high. Good fastball. Tad up. 2-2. Tony had a number in the 50s.
Yeah.
Spring training at that 82. In Yuma. And then Whitey Wiedemann, rest his soul. What a wonderful guy. Gave him number 19. Here's a 2-2 on the way. He went. They don't have to appeal. That's strike 3. Hernandez went around on the fastball away, just where Salmon wanted it. He chased. Craig gets his first strikeout. Corey Guerin will bat for himself. So just and he took out a jackknife, heated it up, and did. That's why Whitey didn't have that finger. For all the time that I knew him, he only had 9 fingers, or 8.5. Pitches a breaking ball. Good pitch. Went for it in the dirt, and Corey Guerin has struck out here. Back-to-back strikeouts. Great job by Stammen. A lead single, and then the bottom third goes fly ball. Strikeout. The run left. Runner for the Giants in the 5th after 5. 6-5. The Giants over my Padres. FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
Your Toyota dealers got what it takes for you to enjoy summer at the Summer Drive Sales event. Get huge factory.
Only in the continental U.S. and Alaska.
We've got what it takes, San Diego.
Toyota. Let's go places.
The Padres Radio Network is brought to you by Interstate Batteries, the name you've trusted for over...
FM 94.9, Subaru and Miller Lite present Indy Jam 2017. September 9th, Oceanside Pier Amphitheater. Indy Jam. All 162 games of Padres baseball are right here. FM 94.9, Padres Radio.
Here in San Francisco at the ballpark to be named later, as it were. And it is. It was Pac-Bell. It was SBC when that corporation changed its name. And then back to AT&T, and they changed the ballpark name. But that cost a bunch. A lot of signage, a lot of stationery, a lot of envelopes, a lot of stuff. It's a sellout crowd here tonight for the second consecutive time. The boys will bat in the top of the 6th, and the bottom third will do the batting. In the top of the 6th, brought to you by Think Blue, San Diego. Reminding you to keep pollution from our waterways by keeping trash out of our storm drains. Makes sense. Think Blue. Change for the better starts with you. Eric Ibar, ground out, and a strikeout. Corey Guerin got the final out of the 5th. First pitch of the 6th is fouled away first base by the on-deck circle, where Craig Stammen is standing. He's in the 8th spot. Then Caesar 9 in the earlier double switch, if you missed it. Ibar, a couple of hits yesterday. Nice season. Nice pickup for the ex-Angel. As the 0-1 is outside on the breaking ball. Dodgers had their 11-game winning streak ended yesterday by the Braves. And the Braves are pounding L.A. 12-1 in the 7th inning in Dodger Stadium tonight. Wow. That's got to be the worst Dodger back-to-back performances in pitching this year. Fastball inside. Way inside to Ibar. 2-1. Alex Wood. Padres love him. Andy Green loves him. 4 2/3, 9 hits, 7 earned runs. There's a 2-1. It's outside. Freddie Freeman is homered in the ballgame. Long time set Guerin. My goodness. 3-1 in the air to center field. Pretty deep in the left center. Mowing back there, Denard Span. He's there, calling, catching. A one-hand grab. Ibar is the first out here in the top of the 6th. Craig Stammen to the plate.
Got a hit his last time up.
Has 2 this year. Way to go. Dodgers saying that they expect Adrian Gonzalez back in August. Andre Ethier perhaps the same time. They certainly haven't needed those 2 guys very much, and those 2 guys can rake, as everybody knows. Pitch outside to Craig for ball 1. .65 San Francisco. A sellout but subdued crowd right now. Orange everywhere outside the ball wall. 2-0. Corey Guerin, good thing he's not a starter. All games will be 4 hours. 2-0 inside. He's gone 3-0, and Craig Stammen. Sometimes the plate is moving. In the A spot, Craig Stammen. Guerin's unbelievable. 3-0. Inside ball 4. Walks a relief pitcher. How often do you see that? Not. Here's Matt Caesar. Came into the double switch, promptly doubled and scored a run. Last inning, that was the 5th, right here in the 6th.
So we've seen Craig Stammen come to the plate a fair number of times this year, which isn't necessarily the best sign. That's the 2nd time he's drawn a walk this year.
Guerin ready. Outside ball 1.
Wow.
Now they're going to have a conference out there. They being Posey and Guerin. I mentioned that story that actually Guerin tells about his high school in Tennessee where coach didn't think he was really dedicated. And he buzzed off and went someplace. And actually, it was a vacation with his family, and the guy was still ticked off. That old, you're not dedicated. You went to a vacation. Well, no, they have a life, They do have a family. Sports is not the be-all and end-all, but this coach thought it was. And then he ran Guerin and ran him into the ground when he came back, and he had him running from pole to pole, as they say, out in the foul poles. And he left. The coach had to leave for family business the same way Guerin did. And he totally forgot it. Coach went home, and he realized, oh, my gosh, I got Guerin out there at the park running. The 1-0's on the way. It's just outside. And it was dark, and he went back to the ballpark, and there was Corey Guerin going pole to pole, 9 o'clock at night. And he thought, oh, he is dedicated. I was wrong. And they were close and great relationship, coach to student player then after that. That's Corey Guerin. Says a lot about him. Hey, coach didn't tell me to stop. I'm going to keep going. 2-0. Fastball strike. He is finally set. It's unbelievable. Oh, he's Rafael Betancourt. He's Joaquin Benoit. He's Corey Guerin, delivering chopped away foul on the third base side by Matt Caesar. Good heavens.
Yeah, he's taking a long time to get set, and then he stays set, and he stays set.
He stays set over 10 seconds, does he not?
It seems like
Oh,
it.
my gosh.
Look, and we talk about pace of play a lot because it's a hot topic. The commissioner talks about it a lot. If they do put a pitch clock in, it's going to be a major adjustment for some of these pitchers. And it'll be ugly for a couple of months. Keep that in mind next year.
At the set the entire time that Jesse was talking. Now he'll deliver, and it's low.
And, again, we don't know for sure that that's going to happen, although Rob Manfred has obviously indicated his willingness to do that, and he can do it without the Players Association next year. But, I mean, there's going to be a learning curve. And you're going to see, I think, a lot of, balls called because a guy takes too long, and it's going to get ugly with the umpires. And it might only be a month or two early in the season, but still, it will not be seamless, I don't think.
Wow. 3-2, finally. Blooped into center. That's a base hit, Matt. Took you a while to have to get the pitches, but you did your job. That's going to the left center field, right center field. Around and turning. Stammen will run the base as well. Hoffman will bring him in standing there at third base. Caesar off the bench, double single. And the boys are at the corners. The tying run for the second time in the ball game. 90 steps away for the San Diego Padres.
That's big. Craig Stammen going first to third on a ball that's into center field. And Span does not have a good arm. And I think everybody knows that. But Craig's not exactly the fastest guy in the world. But he just kind of read it, and he was chugging right along. And going on the play all the way. And in a one-run game with one out, that's a really big deal. Great base running by a guy who doesn't get a lot of time running the bases, Craig Stammen.
Kyle Crick, who was in yesterday, is up now. Just went out there as Dave Righetti, as I mentioned. My gosh, he's been here through Dusty Baker and Filippo Lou and Bruce Bochy and gosh, who else? They always keep Dave Righetti. Great respect for him. Darren Balsley, same way. Everybody in baseball knows these two can flat out make pitchers better. Jose Perella, large AB right here at the corners, one away. He's got a multi-hit day with a double and a single. Sanchez has one with a home run and an RBI double. And as mentioned now, Caesar, double single. Guerin delivers this way outside. Great stop by Posey on the backhand. Red Sox over the Angels in Anaheim, 6-1. 6 runs ought to be enough for Chris Sale. Oh, yeah. Though he's out, he went 6 innings with 4-hit shutout ball. 9 more strikeouts for Sale. He's as good as anybody in baseball. 1-0 as a strike. Good fastball. 1-1. Out there against Ricky Nolasco, who gave up 6 earned runs. For Scioscia's boys, Mike is the dean of managers. And nice check too, huh, Mike? Reportedly like $5 million a year. I think he's number one. With La Russa and those guys retired. One. Slow ground ball third base. That is foul halfway up the line. Waiting on Perella to get back in the box, and then it'll take some more time here for Corey Guerin to maneuver his way through this appearance. Must help concession sales when he's out there, I would assume. And vendors. And fastball outside. Way outside. 2-2. Just checking on the HRs here. Corey Guerin, where are you? Only 2 allowed. 45 innings. Very good. This ballpark helps him as it did Petco for many, many years with a lot of Padre pitchers. Doesn't play like that like it did AT&T does for the most part. At the corner, 6-5 San Francisco in the 6th. 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him on a slider, strike 3. Big second out recorded by Guerin. That's his second strikeout. Here's Carlos Asuaje. Caesar and Stammen. Stammen at third. Stammen walk. Caesar single in the third base or the first base, and right there is Matt Caesar talking to Johnny Washington. Ryan Buchter gets up for the Padres. Crick continues to throw down the left field side. Corey Guerin, good Lord, delivers high ball one. I'm serious. This is as slow a reliever as I've ever seen in my lifetime. I mentioned Benoit. Rafael Betancourt in his time in Colorado. He's as slow as they are, and I've never seen slower than them. Put your defense to sleep. One-0. Lined in the right field. It's going to get down. This ball game's going to get tied. Right now, is coming on to score is Craig Stammen. Running around second. I don't know where Matt Caesar's going, but he rounded second base, and they will throw him out to end the inning. Yet another Padre mental mistake, and they've had about 4 of them in this ball game alone. No offense, but they have been, despite that, overcoming that. That run will score. It counts before the final out is made. So a run here in this inning for the boys on a couple of hits. And one man left. That would be Asuaje on his RBI single as Carlos comes up yet again in the middle of the 6th. Tied at 6. Padre Baseball from San Francisco in time for the Padres Rewind, brought to you by Viejas Casino and Resort. Here's Rich Herrera.
Padre fans, let's rewind and give you a quick recap of our game.
All right, for those just tuning in.
All right, in the bottom of the 6th inning on the warm-ups here, Craig Stammen was throwing some warm-up pitches, and then suddenly they were motioning for the dugout, and Paul Navarro has come out, Padre assistant trainer, along with Andy, and that is it for Craig Stammen. So we mentioned Buchter was up during that half-inning rally in the top of this, the 6th. Now Buchter will come on, though he was warming. This is an injury, so he has as many warm-up pitches as he desires, his call. As he will now, instead of Stammen, face the top of this order in the bottom of the 6th. Padre Baseball brought to you by Eco Water. Eco Water, the final barrier of protection for your home and business. Six. Buchter yesterday, first out of the bullpen, second out of the pen today. Had himself a 1-2-3 7th inning. Ground ball by the team that leads the National League in ground balls, produced by their pitchers, the San Diego Padres. By gosh, got like a 50 percentage on ground balls right now. Stammen got the final out in the 4th. Gave up just a single and retired 3 straight in the 5th. So he goes an inning in the 3rd with a single and 2 strikeouts. Book is closed on him. Cahill, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 4 walks, and a strikeout if he missed that then on the starter. Trevor's been terrific, not today. And his defense was weak. Only committed an error on him, but still. Actually, 2. But of other couple hits, those, as they say, don't show up in the box score, but they're very important, and they hurt these pitchers quite a bit, not just in pitch count. So this pitching change, unexpected. Buchter for Stammen is brought to you by the UFCW, the United Food and Commercial Workers, Local 135 in San Diego. They are around the country, and it's a good thing because you get great service and really, really big-time trained workers that take their job very seriously at the Union grocery stores and drugstores. UFCW 135. Leadoff man, Denard Span, going to do that right here in the bottom of the 6th. We're back at you, 105, first pitch tomorrow and Sunday. Before home and the New York Mets for 4. Always fun, no matter what kind of season they're having, and it's not much of a season. Everybody knows that. Looking to drive up a bunt. And instead, taking a strike is Denard Span. Perdomo against Matt Moore tomorrow here. Span doubled in the first. Scored the first of 4 Giant runs in another bad first inning, but the boys have come all the way back to overcome that and the misplays to tie at 6. Foul back. 0-2. Buchter with yesterday and now today 41st appearance. 3-2-2. This New Jersey boy. On an 0-2 pitch. Check swing fastball to inside. Out beyond the right field wall, they call McCovey's Cove for the great Willie McCovey. He was a Padre in the early 70s, you know. Fearsome hitter. Big, strong guy. In a wheelchair now. It's sad to see, but time does that to even the great ones. The athletes, the warriors, the military, and otherwise. The great equalizer, huh? The 1-2, lined in the left field. Line it up as Perella. He's right there for a one-hand grab. In the 2-spot, Eduardo Nunez.
What a trip to go on the road this September as the Padres travel to Phoenix for a great weekend of baseball. The trip includes a 3-night stay at the luxurious Four Seasons Resort Scottsdale at True North. Get signed up now at PadresRadio.com. Just check out the contest page.
Nunez, speaking of Mac, July 21, today, 1974. Willie McCovey hits 2 two-run home runs at San Diego Stadium, as it was called then, as the Padres beat the Mets 7-3. There you go, former Padre Willie McCovey. Foul back on a fastball by Nunez. From Buchter, strike one. I'll never forget being a kid watching the Game 7 of the World Series in Candlestick with McCovey at the plate in the 9th inning. Giants rallying against the Yankees. The 0-1 on the way, up and in. On the mound was Ralph Terry, who had hung that slider against Mazeroski in 1960, and that was the walk-off home run that beat the Yankees in the most lopsided World Series of all time. The Yankees mauled them 16-3, 10-0, whatever. And then Mazeroski beat him on the walk-off on the hanging slider from Terry. Here's Terry again in 62. Fastball low to a right-hand hitting Nunez. And he hung another slider. And McCovey hit it as hard as a baseball's ever been hit. But right to Bobby Richardson, the Yankee second baseman, put it in a two-hand grasp, and the World Series was over. The Yankees win. Baseball and its history, it's wonderful. 2-1, popped it up, coming off foul back out of play. This was also the day, July 21 in 1970, literally one of the most famous moments in Padre history when Preston Gomez came out and got Clay Kirby after 8, following his no-hit bid for 8. And then Bud Harrelson beat him in the 9th, and the Padres lost the ball game. And they just crushed Preston Gomez. And he said, hey, I don't care. I'm trying to win a ball game. I don't care about no-hitters or cycles or any of that stuff. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Buchter going to the curve, nicely done to get the strikeout for out number 2 here in the 6th inning.
And there are plenty of Padre fans who point to that moment as the start of, if you want to call it a curse or a whatever, as far as never having thrown a no-hitter.
That was the second Padre team of all time. I love that when they got a pretty good start, actually, in 1969. In the first 10 games, and Preston Gomez was managing, and Johnny McNamara, who went on to have the Big Red Machine, said to him, hey, Skipper, I think we might be better than I thought. And Preston said, no, we're not. Just wait. We stink. And they did. Expansion team. What do you expect?
As you should, exactly.
Yeah, breaking ball. Strike call to Brandon Belt.
Pre-free agency expansion. Good luck.
Oh, yeah, those were marvelous teams. Fastball inside. Remember the Diamondbacks, they had the expansion draft, and then they could sign free agents, and then they started a year early. They had minor league clubs set up. Buck Showalter was in charge of all that. They got it going. Back in the old days, no way. You started instantly. It was the draft, and that's it. and nothing but the flotsam and jetsam was available to you in the expansion draft. That's how expansion teams like the Padres and the Mets and all those others, Expos, started. 1-1 with a 6-6 ball game and a fastball swung on and missed. 1-2. Bottom of the 6th, 2 out, nobody on. Overshift, of course, on Brandon Belt. He's gone single, walk. He scored 2 runs already. That's the name of the game, man. Scoring runs. Hector wants that breaking ball again. Gets it low and outside, though. And it's 2-2. I know this. Anytime I walked into Bud Black's office, all the time he was the Padre manager, there was a picture of Preston Gomez in a frame up on his office wall. That's how much respect he had for him. He knew him a lot in the Angel organization. An original Padre manager. Hung the breaking ball, got away with it, fouled on the third base side, lower deck.
Not an easy gig managing a team like that.
Eat you alive.
Yeah.
Lou Piniella had that in Tampa when they were bad after Lou had left Seattle. And he walked away from an $800,000 contract for 1 year. I can't do it. Let me out. I don't care about the money. Gets his check swing outside, 3-2. And that's at a time when he had some financial setbacks. Piniella had a car dealer, Cadillac dealership, and a restaurant in New Jersey, and a condominium investment, and they were all going south, and he needed the money, but he said, hey, I cannot lose like this. You know how he used to play, how fiery he was. He couldn't do it. 3-2. In the air, left field. Great job, Ryan Buchter. That fastball and curve combo was beautiful. That's Perella in left, calling way up there, making a grab off Brandon Bell, going the opposite way. Top third in order in the Padre bullpen. Stammen was good. Buchter even better. After 6, Teddy Jesse with you. Tied at 6 on the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
At U.S. Bank, it's $200 season. $200, which means a little extra gas in the car for family road trip season. Visit usbank.com/offer season for full offer details and to request a promotion.
What do you do when good isn't...
Kearney Mesa Subaru. Like I said, if I have a friend at Kearney Mesa Subaru, you have a friend at Kearney Mesa Subaru. Dave Stein, the Subaru sales manager, the rest of the All-Star.
Every pitch, every inning, every game. FM 94.9, Padres Radio.
We have completed 6. What, already? In almost 3 hours, 6 innings. I'm not sure what the 6-inning record is in Major League Baseball, but these two have given it a good college try to break it. My goodness. Like I said, if Corey Guerin ever started a game, the commissioner would never speed up games. Unbelievable. Now Hunter Strickland, hard throwing right-hander, will make his first appearance of the series here in Game 2. It is 6-6. It is Will Myers. It is Jesse Agler.
Thank you, Ted. Pitching change powered by GTM Discount Stores. Shop GTM, San Diego's #1 discount store. Been a weird one. Ugly baseball, to be honest, most of the way around. Defensively, on the bases, both teams. But 6-6 as Myers takes a ball that skips in front of the plate. 1 ball and no strikes from Strickland. Couple of appearances against the Padres last weekend at Petco. He walked Myers by the time they squared off. In the final game, Padres took 2 out of 3 then. They took the first one here last night, 5-2. They trailed tonight 4-0, 5-1, 6-2, but it is now 6-6 as the Padres have scored in 4 consecutive innings. Myers takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1 from Hunter Strickland. Talked about him a fair amount when he pitched against the Padres last week, and he's having a really good year. But the thing you're going to remember from his season is probably the fight he started with Bryce Harper. And that is a brawl and a moment that's had consequences for the Giants just beyond his 6-game suspension. 1-1 is swung on and tipped into Posey's mitt. A ball and 2 strikes. In the middle of all that, Mike Morse, who had come back to the Giants this year out of like pseudo-retirement, collided with Jeff Samardzija. Just kind of in the middle of the chaos. Morse suffered a concussion and like his career might be over. Recently left the team to go back home to Florida. Still recovering from that concussion. 1-2, fouled off, and that one caught a big piece of Posey, who was taken down to his knees behind home plate, and now he's kind of wobbling around back there and trying to walk it off. Looked like, just from the reaction, he got it on the lower body somewhere, but wait and see on a replay. And now a member of the Giants athletic training staff is out there. He caught the last foul tip. This one, a late swing from Myers. Yeah, caught him square on the kind of inside of his right knee. Obviously, he's got the shin guard there, but what, at the end of the day, that's a quarter of an inch of plastic. Oof. Bochy kind of smiling a little bit as he walks back to the dugout. He's caught a few of those in his day.
Just saying, only former catchers can get away with a wiseacre remark he just made to Posey and the plate umpire. That's why Boch can barely walk back to that dugout.
Catchers. Quite a fraternity. Posey's right back there ready to go, and it's 1-2 on Will Myers, who tonight is 0 for 3. Came in to score a run his last time up after reaching on a fielder's choice. Posey sets up outside, and the 1-2 to Will is low and outside. Fastball at 96, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. But yeah, Michael Morse has left. Bruce Bochy said today hasn't even talked to him in a while. And so that could be the end now, kind of officially, of Michael Morse's major league career. 2-2 to Myers, leading off here in the top of the 7th. Tie game at AT&T Park. Here's the pitch from Strickland. It's in the dirt low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As Strickland was out there warming up before the 7th inning, we had an in-ballpark proposal. She said yes. But if you think about it, the funny thing about it, and maybe it's cruel to say funny, is obviously the guy proposing to his now fiancée worked it out with the Giants. It was up on the video board, everything like that. It was a nice romantic moment. And they worked it out to do it, after the end of the bottom of the 6th. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Myers, and a line drive down the right field line, but foul and slicing into the seats. And as Teddy was just talking about, this was a very long first 6 innings. So this poor guy is sitting wherever he is in the ballpark. He's got the ring in his pocket. He's obviously nervous, waiting and waiting. And it's like almost 3 hours to play the 6 innings. It's very cruel. Very cruel. And if you're a major cynic, you might say it's a sign, but, I would never say that. I would never say that. My brother got married one time in the photo shop that they had the pictures burned down before they got their pictures. I said, Lou, this might be a sign. True story. Oh, gosh. 3-2 to Myers. Hard hit, deep left field. Hernandez going back, looking up, and that one is gone. A moonshot to left. And Myers puts the Padres in front here in the 7th. His team leading 18th home run of the year. And holy launch angle, Batman. Thing was up in the air forever. Trip around the diamond sponsored by Daniels Jewelers. For every Padres home run, the Daniels Jewelers family donates $1,000 in jewelry value to children's charities like Make-A-Wish San Diego. Daniels Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948. 18th of the year for Myers. Just smoked it. And now the last guy the Giants want to see, Hector Sanchez. He takes the fastball strike, 0-1. That thing, the home run by Myers, took forever to come down. It was a no-doubter. And just a skied shot to straightaway left. A 1 line drive the other way. That's a base hit. Hector Sanchez is a triple shy of the cycle. Single up the middle there. He doubled home a run his last time. He homered in the 4th. And the Padres, who have just taken a 7-6 lead here in the 7th, have a runner on first with nobody out, and Corey Spanchenberg coming to the plate. We'll pause 10 seconds for station ID on the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
San Diego. Download the FM 94.9 app.
The 7th. Corey Spanchenberg takes a first pitch fastball from Hunter Strickland. It's outside, ball 1. Will Myers has just homered to put the Padres in front. Hector Sanchez has just singled. He's on first base. And the Padres with a couple of hits here against Hunter Strickland to open up the 7th inning. What a weird ball game here at AT&T Park. 1-0 to Spanji. Ground ball right side. That is going to get through for a base hit. Sanchez will advance just 90 feet. And the Padres have runners on first and second, nobody out, as they look to add on here in the 7th inning. Corey found a hole. Second hit of the night. He's also walked. He's also driven in a run. And Strickland, who, as we said, has been really good this year, is about to be visited by pitching coach Dave Righetti, who has worn out a pad between the third base dugout and the mound tonight.
And I mentioned Guerin was so good, giving up just 2 home runs in 34 innings. Well, Strickland was better. 1 home run. And we know this is a big part for about half their games, but 1 in 34 innings. And Will Myers, that thing ought to count for 2 runs. It was just, well, crushed. Big time to left.
This season head-to-head, we all know about the Padres' dominance of the Giants, but so much of it has been about the 2 bullpens. Coming into tonight, the Padres' bullpen against the Giants, a 1.35 ERA. The Giants' bullpen against the Padres, 7.48. And the Padres have now scored in 5 consecutive innings here tonight. Here's Hunter Renfroe, 2 on, nobody out. And he takes a slider low from Strickland, 1-0. Hunter 0 for 3 tonight, strikeout, couple of flyouts. Waiting on the 1-0. Strickland set. Now the pitch to Renfroe. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Hector Sanchez, the runner at second, is not fast. He is very slow, in fact. Corey Spangenberg, the runner behind him at first base, is quite fast. See if that comes into play here. If Renfroe puts it into play. 2 balls and no strikes to the Padre right fielder. Here comes the pitch. And a foul ball back behind the plate. That'll go deep into the second deck here at AT&T. 2-1 to Renfroe. Padres leading 7-6 here in the top of the 7th. They have gone homer, single, single against Hunter Strickland. This does not feel like the kind of game that is going to end 7-6. Here comes a 2-1. Taken low. 3 balls and a strike to Renfroe. Shown a good eye here against Hunter Strickland.
Did you say that Hector was not very fast?
I did, yes.
Well said. Nicely done.
He isn't.
Definitely foot speed challenged.
And yet a triple shy of the cycle. 3-1, hard hit, center field. Span coming in on the run. He'll get there to make the catch. And both runners have to advance. Kind of hung up a little bit for Denard Span, who does not cover nearly as much ground as he once did. But able to come in to make that play. So 1 out, runners on first and second for Eric Ibar. Sanchez, by the way, has never tripled, in case you were curious.
I always say that triple's the hard one to get.
Yeah,
especially in this particular case, yes. But you know who was slower? Up here, Benji Molina. I think was slower when he was the Giants catcher.
Yeah.
Maybe the slowest, that's Yadi's older brother, of all time.
Was it?
Huh?
Was he the one who got the triple at Fenway, or was that Jose? It was one of the Molinas who got a triple for the cycle at Fenway.
Interesting point. I thought it was Benji, but I could be wrong.
It could be either one. I mean, they kind of blend together, those two, for me. It was Benji.
There you go.
Amazing night. Here's a pitch to Ibar that is a fastball that is outside, 1-0.
And a moment that really got me when they had him one time trying to score from first on a double here. And at ESPN slowed it down and put the Chariots of Fire music to it. Da, 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 da. And I thought, clever, but I thought his reaction was so interesting to me when they had showed it to him, or he had seen it, whichever, Benji Molina.
Here's the 1-0 to Ibar. That's popped up left field. In comes Gorkis Hernandez, still coming on. He gets there. He makes the catch. 2 away.
Because they thought it was going to be ha-ha. And Benji Molina said, do you know I'm Latino? Do you know how proud we are? Do you know how embarrassing that is that ESPN did that to me? And I thought, what an interesting comment, where people are thinking he's going to tease himself like players usually do and teammates do about how slow you are. But it was that comment from him that really got my attention. And I thought, wow, well said.
Pinch hitter for the Padres here will be Jabari Blash, swinging a great bat. This is the pitcher's spot, number 8. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Padres have scored to take a 7-6 lead. They're looking for some cushion here. And Jabari takes a fastball low from Strickland, 1-0. So Buchter works the 6th. Now in the 7th, it looks like it's going to be Kirby Yates. He's up and throwing. Jabari hitting .264 on the year, 3 homers. But as of late, it's been almost impossible to get him out. He has hit in 7 consecutive games, going 11 for 24. And he takes low outside, ball 1. Against the Giants last weekend at Petco, he started all 3 games in right field. He went 5 for 12 with 2 doubles and a 2-run homer. There is, of course, an art to pinch hitting. It is not the same thing. The whole preparation that goes into it, it's a different animal. And Blash trying to meet that challenge here ahead in the count. Comes the 2-0. And a towering pop-up into shallow left center field. Shortstop Crawford going back. He will make the call, make the catch, and the inning comes to a close. Padres get 1, but they had runners on first and second with nobody out, and then 3 straight outs recorded by Hunter Strickland. Stretch time at AT&T Park in San Francisco. It is now San Diego 7 and the Giants 6 on the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
I woke up this morning, I reached for the phone to call up the bank to get a car loan.
Breakfast, an airline credit, and the ball game. The Four Seasons Resort Scottsdale at True North gives you luxury with world-class food, full-service spa, beautiful
Those boys been really, really good. And he's kind of been that extra reliable guy, right? It's not just the 7, 8, 9 guys, Buchter and Hand and Mauer. And that kind of allowed Andy Green to move some things around today. And with Craig Stammen having to come out with an apparent injury before the 6th inning, he went to Buchter there against the top of the order. 2 left-handed batters, Span and Belt. Buchter had a 1-2-3-6, and now he trusts Yates to be able to go after the middle of the order here in the 7th. And then, assuming the game stays close, you can still go Hand and Mauer in the 8th and the 9th. That's a big luxury for Andy Green, and hats off to Kirby Yates. First pitch to Posey is a fastball. Misses down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Kirby did not face the Giants last weekend. He was on paternity leave. Oakley Malia Yates. Congratulations to Kirby and his wife. 7-6 Padres here in the top of the 7th. Posey was up in a big spot in the 4th inning. Takes a strike here, 1-1. Ended up walking, but while he was at the plate, a wild pitch was thrown by Trevor Cahill that brought home a run. That was the 6th Giants run, their last run. Padres have come back. Posey takes way outside, 2 balls and a strike. Padres got 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and they took the lead on the Will Myers homer here in the top of the 7th. Yates trying to hold the line. Posey to be followed by Crawford and Pence. Buster 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Now the 2-1 from Yates, and a foul ball back behind home plate, 2-2. Giants, of course, come into this game last place in the National League West at 37-60. They're 5 games behind the 4th place Padres. And we mentioned earlier, Nunez name out there in trade talks, Samardzij's name out there in trade talks. Cueto's was, but then of course he got hurt last weekend at Petco, and now that muddies that water a little bit. 2-2, fly ball right field. Renfroe a few steps back over towards the line. Now he comes in to make the catch. Posey flies out the other way, 1 down in the 7th. And such an interesting thing, Matt Cain, who was out of the rotation and right back into the rotation when Cueto went to the DL, and obviously a guy who's been here really for this entire run. He's pretty reserved guy, Matt Cain. He doesn't say a lot. He's not very outspoken. But talking to the media this week before one of their games against the Indians, he kind of made a plea to the front office not to sell off the team, not to lose these pieces. He said these guys all want to stay together. And look, obviously you understand where Cain is coming from because he's been here. Brandon Crawford stands in, he takes a strike. Kind of interesting that someone who's been around, who doesn't normally say much, would go public, so to speak, and make that kind of comment. Not sure it'll matter much, to be honest, but interesting. 0-1, swinging a foul ball at the plate, 0-2 to Crawford.
Well, they got a choice. Are these really the pieces? Are they going to buy more, or do they need to trade these guys to get people for their minor leagues? Because their minor leagues have called up their guys, and quite frankly, what they have down there now is not impressive. That window may be closing for them, although they certainly cashed in on that window. 3 World Series titles. But they're not rich in the farm like the Padres are, thank goodness, right now.
Yeah, their top prospect, the third baseman, Christian Arroyo. We saw him up earlier in the year against the Padres. He's got a broken hand, probably out till September. 0-2 pitch is popped up, left side, foul territory. Spangenberg, not a lot of room, and this one will be behind the Giant dugout, a couple of rows. Still no balls and 2 strikes to Crawford, batting with 1 out and the bases empty in the bottom of the 7th. Padres lead 7-6. MLB.TV, every night, every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Here comes another 0-2 to Crawford, and another foul ball back out of play. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
The Birds are here. You know why? Because normally games end right now, and they know. They really do. That inner homing system, whatever it is, for food.
You know, last night they sent ahead that scout bird.
Yes.
And he saw that the game was still going on, so they all stayed away. But tonight, they're starting to circle. They're at a high altitude, so they're not totally ready yet, but they're keeping an eye on things.
They flew in, they saw Corey Guerin on the mound and thought, oh, terrific. No food yet.
2 to Crawford is popped up, shallow right center. Caesar, the center fielder, coming in. Renfroe, the right fielder, will make the call. And standing a few feet to Caesar's left, he makes the catch. So a couple of putouts for Hunter Renfroe and 2 outs and the bases empty for Hunter Pence here in the 7th.
This copyrighted broadcast from San Francisco is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description of the game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Pence having a nice night, 3 for 3. RBI double back in the 1st inning, an RBI single in the 3rd, another single in the 5th. He also stole a base, his 1st of the year. Bats here with the team down 1. And he takes strike 1 from Kirby Yates. Talk about all the problems for the Giants. Samardzija not being great. Cueto not as good. Bumgarner hurt and not as good. Hunter Pence, he's up there. Big time down year offensively. 0-1, fastball strike, 0-2. And he's the heart and soul guy. He's the clubhouse guy. And when you're batting .240 with a couple of home runs, and maybe you're having injury problems, as he did last year, it's tough to be that guy in the clubhouse. It really is. Even with the amount of cachet he's got. Yates ahead of him, no balls, 2 strikes. High target from Sanchez, and the fastball is popped up, foul territory right side. Myers, not a lot of room, over and out of space. Into about the 3rd row of the main box seats. I was right in that area where they've got sort of that fan dugout down the right field line. Just beyond the Padre dugout, it's a section of 2 or 3 rows built out onto the warning track like a dugout. I believe they sell it like a suite space. Just behind that. Still 0-2 from Yates to Pence. Kirby out there protecting a 7-6 lead. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Pence is taken high. Pence waiting on Yates. Kirby ready. Now the 1-2. Skips in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You have the all-Hunter right field matchup in this series with Pence and Renfroe. It's the Dodgers. You can have the Austins catching, Hedges and Barnes. These are the sort of things you talk about when it's 3 hours and only the bottom of the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the base is empty here in the 7th. The pitch from Yates is swung on and missed, strike 3. Kirby Yates works a 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th inning, striking out Hunter Pence for out number 3. We'll go to the 8th. Padres lead 7-6. This is the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
If you wear safety or slip-resistant footwear, go to Boot World, your safety footwear leader. Boot World has the largest selection of comfortable...
That's Indy Jam 2017, September 9th, Oceanside Pier Amphitheater. Starting Portugal the Man. Twitter, FM Padres Radio.
Start of the 8th inning at AT&T Park in San Francisco with Ted Leitner and Dave Marcus. I'm Jesse Agler. Padres a 7-6 lead on the Giants. And Matt Caesar, who came on in a 4th inning double switch, is at the plate for the 3rd time tonight, 2 for 2. Doubled and scored his first time up. Singled back in the 6th inning, and here in the 8th, he takes outside from Hunter Strickland, now in his 2nd inning of work for the Giants. Strickland had a rocky start to his outing last inning, gave up a home run to Will Myers that broke a 6-6 tie, and then back-to-back singles to Sanchez and Spangenberg. 1-0, hit hard out to right center field. Span, long way to go. He's not going to get there. This one is rolling to the wall in right center field. Caesar's rounding second base. He's on his way to third. He will make it easily and standing up. A leadoff triple for Matt Caesar here in the 8th. And the Padres have an insurance run 90 feet away. And now he's a homer shy of the cycle. Didn't even start.
What a move, Andy Green. You're a genius. Bring him in there as a pinch hitter. Or bring him in on a double switch. Then he'll go double, single, triple. Oh, yeah, happens all the time.
Trevor Cahill started and only went 3 2/3. That's when Caesar came into the game, when Cahill departed. And quite a night for Matt Caesar. So Jose Perella with a golden opportunity, already a couple of hits tonight. Runner on third, nobody out. 7-6 Padres in the 8th, and the Giants will bring the infield about halfway in against Perella. First pitch from Strickland, swung on and missed. Slider way down and away. So let's see, Caesar is a homer shy of the cycle, and Hector Sanchez, who will get one more at bat for sure, is a triple shy of the cycle. Hard to imagine, but you know, you never know. 0-1 to Perella. Strickland delivers, and that's a line drive out towards right center field. Pence going back, reaches up, can't make the catch, in and out of the glove, and now it rolls away from him. Caesar will come in and score. Perella chugging around the bases, and he's into third with a triple. 8-6 Padres here in the 8th. That was a great effort by Pence, going back and out and out and out, and he reached out, and it looked like he had it in the glove for just one brief moment, and then it popped out and rolled away from him. It is officially a triple, an RBI triple, and now a 2-run Padre lead.
Wow, I haven't seen one like that, I'm telling you, in 5 years. Reaching out in the glove, full speed, comes out, bobbles, he grabs it again with the glove, slaps it with the hand, trying to grab the bare hand, and it gets away.
Kind of the Giants season in a nutshell right there. That play, that moment with Hunter Pence. Now Carlos Asuaje, and he lines one to right field for a base hit. Perella will come in and score, and the Padres are all over Hunter Strickland here tonight. Triple, single, and 2 runs have given the Padres a 9-6 lead in inning number 8. Asuaje, back in the 6th inning, his last time up, tied the game 6-6. Drives in another here, and the Padres capitalizing as they bring Will Myers to the plate. He homered the leadoff the last inning against Strickland, the first guy he faced. Brad Hand was out there warming up for the Padres. Myers waits on the first pitch, takes low. But now that they've added a couple, have a 3-run lead, if the Padres get another run and this becomes kind of a non-save situation, so to speak, in the 8th inning, it looks like Phil Maton could come in and pitch. 1 ball and no strikes to Myers, runner on first. Steven Okert, the lefty, is throwing for the Giants. Hector Sanchez is on deck. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Will takes low, 2 balls and no strikes. We laugh and joke about the cycle. It's kind of a fun thing, and we know Hector is not fast at all. We know he's never tripled in the big leagues. And if you want to add to the long odds, consider that the Padres already have 2 triples this inning. So how often does a team get 3 triples in 1 inning? But it's still fun. Weird night in San Francisco. Here's the 2-0 to Myers. Sky-high pop-up. Left side of the infield. Nunez, third baseman in foul territory. Near the coach's box. Backs up, makes the catch. And that is out number 1 in the top of the 8th.
You can join the Padres at an exclusive new membership event on Saturday, July 29 at 2:30. To learn about the benefits of becoming a member, attend and be entered to win a Will Myers autographed baseball. Sign up today at emailing tickets at Padres.com.
Bruce Bochy going to make a double switch. They don't want to face Hector Sanchez left-handed, so they'll bring in Okert to swing him around. Pence coming out of the ball game. He made the final out in the bottom of the last inning. So a double switch by the Giants. The Padres have a 9-6 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. They're looking for more, and Hector Sanchez, when we come back, will be stepping to the plate. You guessed it, a triple shy of the cycle. This is the FM 94.
Follow us on Instagram at Padres Radio Network. This is FM 94.9 Padres Radio.
Weird, wild, and wacky stuff at AT&T Park tonight as the Padres now have a 9-6 lead on the Giants. Pitching change for San Francisco. Here in the 8th inning, Padres have a runner on first, 1 out, and Hector Sanchez coming to the plate against the left-handed reliever, Steven Okert. Hector, in his last 3 at-bats, has homered, doubled, and singled. He does not have a triple in his big league career. Swings at the first pitch, lines it foul, back behind home plate. 0-1. Padres have added 2 runs here in the 8th after Will Myers gave them their first lead of the night in the 7th with a home run, his 18th of the year to lead the team. And the Padres tonight have more hits than they have in any other game this year, 16. 0-1, swung on and missed. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Hector Sanchez. Inning began with the Matt Caesar triple. Jose Perella then tripled. Back-to-back. A Suaje single, Perella home. Myers popped out, and now it's Sanchez with 1 out and a runner on first. The 0-2 pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hector Sanchez. Mentioned the double switch for the Giants. Kelby Tomlinson will hit in the 9 spot. He goes to left field, and Gorkys Hernandez moves from left to right. Hunter Pence is done. And the pitcher into the number 6 spot for San Francisco. Ball and 2 strikes to Hector. Okert ready, and the pitch is taken outside, 2-2. They announced another sellout tonight, 41,145 in the building. Many of them have left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a throw to first.
They just don't keep the faith, as they do down, in Southern California there.
Or they saw the birds circling and figured...
Well, that would scare anybody away.
Yeah. Get me out of here.
The birds are hungry.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is in the air, left center field. Tomlinson over, in, makes the catch. For out number 2.
Pitching change right here for Okert to Strickland, or vice versa. Either way, it's brought to you by the UFCW, the United Food and Commercial Workers, Local 135 in San Diego. They support workers. They support the community. They give back. Thank you, UFCW 135.
Corey Spangenberg at the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first. He's had a very productive night. He's 2 for 3 officially. He has singled. He has walked. He's got an RBI ground out, and he's singled again. Done something positive every time up. Throw to first, and back standing, Suaje. 9-6 Padres here in the top of the 8th. Bottom of the order for San Francisco in the bottom of the inning. Hand and Maton both out in the bullpen. Here's the first pitch to Spangenberg. Big swing and a foul tip into Posey's mitt. No balls and a strike. Padres were down big early. Trailed 4-0, 5-1, 6-2. Now lead 9-6. And Spangenberg takes low, 1-1. Padres have scored in 6 consecutive innings. 3rd through the 8th. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Spangenberg, a big swing and a foul ball back behind home plate, in the air and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes to the third baseman. Spangenberg hit a very long home run here out to right center field in last night's game. 2-run shot in the 7th. Broke a 2-2 tie. Throw to first, and again, Suaje back easily standing up. Spangenberg hit it out to that, triangle they've got. The 421 sign in right center field. I liked Andy Green's comment. And Spangenberg, like Andy, kind of a smaller guy. Andy said, I'd have to hit it twice to send it out of there. 1-2 is fouled back to the net behind home plate. Still a ball and 2 strikes. You do not see a lot of home runs go out there. Certainly not against Madison Bumgarner, and certainly not from left-handed hitters. But that's exactly what Spangenberg accomplished here last night. Corey's already got a career-high 8 homers this year. Swings and misses. Slider up. Couldn't connect, and Okert comes on to get Sanchez, to get Spangenberg, and to end the top of the 8th. Padres, though, get 2 more on 3 hits. They leave a batter. Back-to-back triples from Caesar and Perella have put the Padres on top 9-6, going to the bottom of the 8th. This is the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
Hi, this is Tony Gwynn Jr., and I'm here to tell you about my favorite casino, Valley View Casino and Hotel.
Sorry, grab the smelling salts today and save on over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles at Lexus Carlsbad and Lexus Escondido. And save today.
All 162 games, all right here. FM 94.9 Padres Radio.
Bottom of the 8th inning at AT&T Park in San Francisco. The Padres and the Giants are still playing baseball. Padres a 9-6 lead in what is now the only game going in the major leagues. Bottom third of the Giant batting order against Brad Hand, the Padre All-Star, on to face Panik, Hernandez, and Tomlinson. Lefty-lefty matchup to start. Panik tonight 0 for 3, and the first pitch fastball a little bit outside, 1-0. Pitching changes powered by GTM Discount Stores. Shop GTM, San Diego's #1 discount store. 45th appearance of the year for Brad Hand. 2.2 ERA. And left-handed hitters batting just .182 against him this season. Panik is one of those. And this fastball is off the handle, popped up, foul left side. Spangenberg can't quite get there to make the catch. 1 ball and 1 strike. This game was started many hours ago by Jeff Samardzija and Trevor Cahill. Neither will factor into the decision. Neither had a particularly good night. Each allowed 5 earned runs. 6 overall for Cahill. Trevor went 3 2/3. Samardzija 4 1/3. 1-1. Little bit. Nope. Called strike. Thought it was going to be outside. One ball, 2 strikes. They just showed a replay on TV of that foul pop a couple of moments ago. Here's the 1-2. And a slider fouled out of play left side. And Spangenberg, it was just kind of a weird looking play. As it was happening, I'm watching the ball. I'm watching Corey trying to see if he's going to be able to get there. And on the replay, you could see Phil Nevin, the third base coach for the Giants. I mean, he stood his ground in a big way and didn't really give Corey much of a shot to get past him. Spangenberg had to run past Nevin to try and make that catch, and Phil kind of stood right where he was. Made it tough. 1-2, swung on and missed. None of that matters because Panik strikes out against Brad Hand. One away in the bottom of the 8th. Join the Padres for a Merry Christmas in July at Petco Park this Tuesday when the Padres take on the Mets at 7:10. All fans who purchase the special ticket package receive an ugly sweater-themed Padres hat. Tickets start under $20. Padres.com/Christmas. One out and the base is empty for the Giants in the bottom of the 8th. Padres lead by 3, 9-6. Number 8 hitter Gorkys Hernandez at the plate, 1 for 3 with an infield single. He also scored on a wild pitch. And he takes the curveball outside from Brad Hand, 1-0. That was Brad's primary breaking ball when he was in Miami. Started to work on the slider towards the end of his time with the Marlins, and then really learned to lean on that pitch a season ago with the Padres. And this year, ton of slider. 1-0 is a broken bat flare out over Ibar. Shortstop reaches out, can't make the catch, and it falls in front of Perella. Hernandez's bat exploded. And that one just bloops in front of the left fielder and back of the shortstop. And a one-out base runner for the Giants here against Brad Hand in the 8th. Kelby Tomlinson will step up for the first time tonight. He was just double switched into the game. A diminutive 26-year-old batting .266 this year. No homers, 5 RBIs. Great pinch hit numbers, although this is not technically a pinch hit appearance. Came into play left field in the top of this inning. Got the goggles on, as always. And the first pitch. There's that slow curve again. And a called strike, 0-1.
Not quite Chris Sabo, you know? Didn't look like that Spuds McKenzie look for the former Giants, the Reds third baseman.
Yeah, these are more modern, I think.
Yeah, very much so. Kind of almost frameless at the bottom.
No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Tomlinson is a little looper down the right field line, but that'll be foul out of play, 0-2. Yeah, Sabo in the late 80s, early 90s with the Reds. I mean, those were the old school rec specs, the true goggles.
Absolutely.
Like James Worthy and Kareem and Sabo.
Yeah. Good power hitting third baseman. I think he was on that national 1990 championship game.
Sure.
Series, rather. World Series when they swept Oakland. Big win for Cincinnati. Had a wonderful party afterwards against Game 4, as I recall.
0-2. Tomlinson, a foul ball straight back.
One of those guys in the Reds organization told me that Mark Schott was on the road with them and refused to buy any food or rent a hotel ballroom. They had no party after clinching. A bunch of them went to different restaurants that were open early in the morning, burger places, diners, and they got together like 6, 8, 9 people at a time, and that's how they celebrated that Reds championship. True story. She would not spend any money on a post-game party. Oh, boy.
0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Brad Hand strikes out Kelby Tomlinson. Second strikeout of the inning. And Denard Span will come to the plate.
She is the former Reds owner, for those of you who do not know. And that's when Eric Davis had that terrible diving play out there where he ruptured his, I think it was his kidney or spleen, whichever. And he was left behind when they went back to Cincinnati, and she refused to have a private jet to bring him home and refused to pay the hotel bills for his family that stayed with him on the road for that clinching game of the World Series, and was not going to pay for it. Interesting owner. Oh, boy.
Lefty-lefty matchup with Span, and a swing and a miss at a fastball from Brad Hand, 0-1. Brad's out there doing it a little bit differently tonight than he has as of late. We've seen a lot more curveball in this appearance, and it has been devastating. The only hit against him, a busted bat flare to left. That was by Gorkys Hernandez. He's on first with 2 outs. Padres lead by 3 in the bottom of the 8th. And a look at that runner. Now he comes home. And Span swings and misses, 0-2. That's the slider. And Denard Span just dropped his head as if he were a defeated man. Like, how am I going to hit this guy? Span 1 for 4 on the night. He doubled and scored way back in the first inning. About 3.5 hours ago. Giants got 4 in the first against Trevor Cahill. But the Padres have come storming back, and they lead 9-6 here in the 8th. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch to Span is taken on the outside corner, strike 3. Forget it. 95 right on the black. And Brad Hand strikes out the side in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll go to the 9th. Padres 9 and the Giants 6. This is the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
At Coleman University, we prepare people to develop the world, like Coleman student and San Diego native Chris Sheldon.
I enrolled in the cybersecurity program because I needed a career change. At Coleman,
After 8, it's the Padres 9 and the Giants 6. Hunter Renfroe to lead it off against Stephen Okert. Here is Ted Leitner.
Thank you very kindly. First pitch, tried to check, went ahead. Could not hold up on the fastball, strike 1. Hunter has not joined in the festivities yet, and they've been really neat comeback-type festivities. He's 0 for 4. This one, a high fly ball down the right field line, slicing into foul territory. It'll be foul. It'll be uncatchable there for Hunter Pence, or for Hernandez, rather, who has moved from left to right. Number 66 there now. The guy with the Puig number is playing Puig's position, right field. That Dodger-type guy. I like Puig now. I think people pick on him so much. He's had so much criticism, so much controversy, so much booing that I kind of, rooting for the underdog now. Though the Dodgers collectively ain't no underdog. Renfroe on the 0-2. Missed outside. Fastball again. 1-2. Lefty set. And a 1-2 lined in into left field. There's Tomlinson calling. And a one-hand grab. One away in the top of the 9th. Eric Ibar. Bauer warming. Because it is a save situation with the maximum you can have, 3 runs to get a save. In working just 1 inning, fastball foul back off the screen. Got Mark. Got Paul. Got Will on the training staff. He'll accompany Andy back to that first base dugout. Again, at 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out here in the top of the 9th, 9-6 Padres. One of their best comebacks of the year. They were 4-0 after 1. They were 5-1 after 3. As in down, now up 3. Now 3-2 into right field. Backing up again is Hernandez. He'll make the grab on the back pedal. After he squared up the home plate. 2 away on the 2 fly ball outs here against Okert. Now Cordova, as mentioned, in the 8th spot for Brad Hand. The Mets are coming. The Mets are coming for a 4-game series starting on Monday. They'll be coming from New York. And their weekend series at home at Interleague with the Oakland A's. Cordova takes outside ball 4. Nice patient job right there. You're up 3. You could easily start hacking, try to, pull something. And you take the walk. You don't give up the at-bat. Nicely done. First walk for Okert. 4th reliever that Boch has used here today. Here's Caesar. A tremendous performance off the bench. On a double switch and then went double, single, double and scored 2 runs. Matt Caesar, nice job. Throw to first, just a lob, and Cordova's on the bag. 9-6 Padres. Cordova first with 2 gone. Okert deals. This is a high fly ball on the third base side heading toward foul territory. So is Nunez, so is Crawford, and they have no play. Half a dozen rows up right there down the third base line. Let us pause for station identification. One more time here in San Francisco. FM 94.9, Padres Radio Network.
KDCT San Diego. Download the FM 94.9 app.
Did he get it?
For commercial-free music during all Padres games.
He got it!
Go to FM949SD.com for details.
I mentioned I saw Bochy during batting practice from the Giants right before the Padre batting practice, and he said, you again. And I said, you mean me or the ball club? Are you sick of seeing both of us? No, they're ball club. They're beating up on us. I know. Cordoba goes 3-2, swinging a miss, strike three. So the two-out walk here by Okert. Those cheers are being very sarcastic with derision written all over them here by the Giant fans. And hey, you finally got somebody out. The strikeout, a man left to the bottom of the ninth. The Padres 9 and the Giants 6. FM 94.9, Padres Radio Network.
Visit Buffalo Wild Wings weekdays from 11 to 2 and take advantage. Call X-Termite for a free termite inspection at 800-475-3186. 800-475-3186. You might not deserve a trophy for your golf game.
Worth it. Lessons. Full care made easy.
Follow us on Twitter at Padres Radio. FM 94.9, Padres Radio.
Padres to the bottom of the ninth. After coming from 4-0, 5-1 down. And they've been scoring all night long in all but 3 innings. Didn't score in the first, the second, or the ninth. And now the bottom of the ninth. First pitch by the closer, Brandon Maurer. It is strike call to Eduardo Nunez.
Pitching change brought to you by Rancho Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Better service, better financing offers.
Second one to be low for a ball.
No one saves you more than Rancho.
Padres 16 hits. They've left 9 men on base, and they still came from behind to lead by 3. Very impressive, this young Padre ball club today, and certainly yesterday also. And they looked bad early. They're not playing well. Cahill didn't have any stuff. Taking a strike, 1-2. Nunez, comebacker over the mound. Taken by Suaje on the backhand at second. On the throw, 1 away. Samauer looking for yet another save. Yesterday was number 20. He has converted 15 in a row. And this save situation is brought to you by Mission Fed. Each year, Mission Fed gives back over $1 million to the communities in which we live, work, and play. Mission Fed. All San Diegans are welcome. Big 6'5" right-hander right in here. Gave up a couple of knocks in the ninth inning yesterday, singles. Then struck out Nick Hundley to end the ball game. Here's a high towering drive to dead center. Playable, I do believe. Back, reaching up. Caesar makes the backhand grab. Nice shot. Nice catch, Matt Caesar. You've done everything else today with the bat. Why not come up big there with a nice catch on the leap right by the 399 center and by sign in dead center. 2 away. Loud out, but an out nonetheless. Perfectly timed leap. I don't think it's going out. It's off the top of the wall if he doesn't get it, but it's 2 away. So Brandon, I mentioned 15 straight, 33 of his last 37, very impressive all the way back to last July. His ERA kind of lies in the total hits and all that, but lately no hits, minimum hits, can't score on him, delivering outside to Buster Posey. Ball 1 here, 2 out, nobody on, 9-6 Padres, fastball strike call, 97 NPH. Posey hitless on the day, a couple of walks. Hitless yesterday, too. He's the main man here, man. One of the great players in baseball. Low to him. 2-1. Mentioned the Padre knocks. 9 runs for those 16 hits. The Giants 6 runs, 9 hits. A marathon. Just a marathon. 2-1. Strike. Slider. Inside corner. Nice pitch, Brandon. 7 minutes shy of a 4-hour game. Yep. Padres broke their all-timer earlier this year with a 4-11. 2-2 by Brandon. Fastball just outside. Brandon Crawford if they get there.
little gamesmanship before that last pitch. Posey didn't love the strike 2 call. He was kind of talking to the plate umpire as Diaz Maurer was standing like, let's go, and then stepped off when Posey got in.
Fastball again. He gave him that outside. Nope, ball 4. Would not give him either one, both close. So here's Crawford. And no 1-2-3 for Brandon Maurer. Overall, Brandon making appearance number 42. And yeah, the ERA's over 5. That's unusual for a successful closer in terms of what he's really paid for, which is to slam the door. You know, the back end of the bullpen, runner allowed to go. Fastball is low. That is not a stolen base. It'll be catcher's indifference. That has Posey now on to second base. Little chat out there. Hector, very much a leader on this ball club, Hector Sanchez. Even when he's not terrorizing people with his bat, which he has been doing against these here Giants, his former team, as noted. Padre relievers have not walked anybody today until right there. Brandon comes back inside, fastball again, missing 2-0. Cahill walked 4 in his 3 2/3, but then Stammen, Buchter, Yates, Hand, not a walk. A combined 2 hits by the Padre 4 relievers preceding Maurer. You take that, huh? Fastball taking here, strike called, 2-1. Get that 5 ERA, but against the National League West, like the Giants, Brandon's at 3.57. That's more better. Here's a pitch. It's right in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With Posey at second and 2 gone in the bottom of the ninth. 9-6 San Diego. Crawford, left-handed batter, as we mentioned. All-star, 2-time Gold Glover, and a 2-2 on the way. Did not give him that fastball outside again. 3rd time he's had it right, just so close. 2 to Posey, 1 to Crawford, not getting the calls. 3 and 2. You don't want another guy on, because obviously that brings the tying run to the plate. You just as soon not go there. And that batter's on deck. That's a 3-2 in the air, foul down the left field line. That'll reach the seats. Down 4-0, up 9-6. Interesting game. Connor Gillespie's on deck if they get there. 3-2. They will get there. Bounding ball on the 5.5 pole to left field. That's a base hit. Rounding Posey. He will come on to score. 9-7 Padres. Tying run coming to the plate in Gillespie. RBI single, Brandon Crawford, his second hit. He sandwiched him here. RBI single in the first, and again, same thing in the 9th inning.
Kind of weird at third base there. Phil Nevin had the stop sign up for Buster Posey, and Posey kind of stopped at third base, and then when they realized that Pirello wasn't coming up throwing in left field, he was like, okay, go home, go home. Very awkward moment on the base paths.
Gillespie, a 177 hitter. Not impressive as a pinch hitter, 3 for 17. But you know the old saw. Major leaguer with a bat in his hand. He takes outside, ball 1. Former Chicago White Sox left-hander batter. Giving him a huge landing helicopter right center and down the right field line. The 1-0, he hits it deep to right. It could go. It could be tied. It is both gone and tied in the 9th inning. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, not 3 for 17 now, 4 for 18 as a pinch hitter, including a home run. for a guy who has not hit a home run all season. Well, Stammer was going to win. Strickland was going to lose. Maurer was going to get saved. Number 21, none of those things are going to happen tonight. First pitch to Joe Panik, a swing and a miss, strike one. 9-9 in the ninth.
From the get-go, one of the strangest games of the year, and only getting weirder.
Fastball right down the middle. What can I tell you? Up on the top of that deck there in front of the McCovey Cove landing out there beyond the right field 25-foot wall. Maurer deals. It's low. 1-1. Panik has not had a hit tonight. Delivering low inside. All this with two away. And what gets you? So many times, if not a lead walk, a two-out walk. A two-out walk started this giant rally. Followed by the single and the home run. A grounder to first base. That'll be foul. Off the bat of Joe Panik. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Third blown save this year for Brandy Maurer. Right-hander deals. This fastball got in on him and fisted him, busted him in. It's a slow ground ball to Will Myers. He's got it. 3 unassisted. The save is blown. The lead is gone. San Francisco Giants. Man, oh man, oh man. 3 runs. Couple of hits. Nobody left. After 9 ball game. FM 94.9, Padres Radio Network.
Mission Federal Credit Union is making missions possible by partnering with the Living Coast Discovery Center to support their zoo and aquarium's largest and most important fundraiser of the year, Farm to Bay. Set within a national wildlife refuge in the San Diego Bay, this unique tasting event combines food and beverage sampling, up-close animal encounters, live entertainment, and more. Don't miss Farm to Bay on Saturday, August 5th from 4 to 7:30 p.m. Buy your tickets today at thelivingcoast.org. And thanks, Mission Fed. Mission Fed.
For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Bill Myers crushes it here. FM 94.9, Padres Radio.
The ball game where the Padres had a 4-0 deficit, a 5-1 deficit. They came back, one of their great comebacks of the entire season for sure, to eventually take a 9-6 lead and blow it with a 3-run ninth allowed by Brandon Maurer. Under the category of ouch. That was really, really bad. A 2-out walk, a single, and a home run to a punch-and-Judy hitter, as they used to call him in the old days. Connor Gillespie hadn't homered all year. He did. Atop the landing in right field, a 3-run game-tying shot. Actually, a 2-run shot, but preceding that, the Crawford single that drove home the first of the 3 runs, and the 2-run home run, the total of 3, and a tie at 9. Now the right-hander Sam Dyson. Interim closer with Mark Melanson on the DL. Jose Perella will lead off. Fastball to him, in there for a strike. Jose, double, single, triple. Home run shy of the cycle. Jose back with the ball club, second time. Dyson on the 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. Nice job to get the lead walk. No cycle, but hey, he's on for the 5th consecutive plate appearance. Beautiful. So it is Dyson for Okert. Okert had gone inning and 2/3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. And the pitching change here for the Giants, brought to you by the UFCW, the United Food and Commercial Workers, Local 135 in San Diego, supporting workers, supporting our community. Throw to first. Parlo's right on the bag. 4 hours and 6 minutes. Some game, eh? Not so much. Taken low on the cutter, I do believe it was. 1-0 to Carlos Deswahi. He's been on the last 3 times at bat. Single, single, single. He is remarkable. Had an earlier 7-game hitting streak ended the other day. He is now a 4-game streak again. Easy lob to first. 1 step Perella back. Phil Maton up, warming Padres. Rookie right-handed. There's a 1-0. Swing and a miss. Carlos is trying to hit his second major league home run right there, man. That was big time swing. And he normally very compact in his swing. 1-1. Does that. Hold the bat in front of him. Then squat back in the box. Holding on to first base is Belt. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman panicked with a dive on the dirt and throwing. I didn't think he had to really leave his feet. We just kind of did to make sure that he get his body in front of the ball and the glove, and did so. Productive out, though, for Carlos Deswahi. Perella will go on the fielder's choice to second base. In position there right now, scoring position, the potential tie-breaking run in a 9-9 ball game. In the scorebook, 4-3, panic to Belt. Here is Will Myers.
Some hours ago, Will hit a very big home run for the Padres. Gave him a 7-6 lead back in the 7th.
I remember I went back and shaved right after that, and then came back to rejoin you. And look at the stumble coming in again. Here's the 3-1. It's large. Check swing. They appeal. No, he did not. Ball 4. That'll put a pair on here with one away in the top of the 10th. That guy, giant killer of renown, Hector Sanchez. Home run, RBI, double, single, triple, shy of the cycle. Thought he was done in terms of opportunities when he flied out to left field back in the 8th. But here he has another cycle opportunity in the 10th. They'll take a single, obviously. More important to win the ball game. Cycles are lovely, but it's an anomaly, a statistical kind of a thing. Fun thing, as noted. First and second, one gone. First pitch to him, high inside, ball 1. Has to be the slider, because there was a cutter coming in to the left-handed bat. That's diving away, low and away. That's a slider. Very, very effective. Good break on Dyson. This red-headed, bearded guy, ex of the Texas Rangers. 1-2 pitch, same result. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 on, 2 away. Corey Spangenberg. Yesterday, home run, single. Today, pair of singles, a walk. Nine, top of the 10th inning. Perella at second. Myers at first. Got speed on the bases if it matters. Get one out there in the gap. They'll be running on contact here with 2 gone. You can score them both. Sam Dyson, anytime. Ground ball, shortstop. Crawford, grab, throw, inning over. Couple of walks, couple of men left. Look promising. No dice against Dyson. To the bottom of the 10th there. 8-9 leadoff batters. San Francisco 9-9 at the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
Is chicken a big part of your family's menu? Experience the taste, texture, and benefits of premium chicken without the premium price. Sid Lee Wholesale offers California born and bred red heritage chickens. It's the...
Came to the bottom of the 10th inning in San Francisco. Great comeback, then blown. 9-9 on a 3-run ninth. The Giants hadn't scored since the 4th inning in this ballgame. Isn't that incredible? At that time, they were leading 5-2. Padre bullpen shut him down. Stammen, Buchter, Yates, Hand. And then Maurer, who's been really terrific, had gotten 15 consecutive saves, and now blows that one, ends that streak, and blows for the 3rd time this year. That ain't bad at all. Good percentage. Like I said, his ERA has been bad, but he's been very, very effective. Eight-9 leadoff. Phil Maton on for the Padres. First pitch to Gorkys Hernandez. Foul ball straight on back on a fastball at 91 miles an hour. Luis Torrens is catching, not Hector Sanchez. 0-1 fastball, strike call. Nice. 0-2. Maton not in the ball game yesterday. He's in here with a pitching change powered by GTM Discount Store. Shop GTM, San Diego's #1 discount store. Tomlinson on deck in the 9 spot, then Span top of the order. Fastball, got it up. Got away with it, fouled away because it was in a little bit. Hernandez couldn't get those arms extended. 8 spot left fielder. A couple of singles here today. Among 11 Giant hits. 16 for the Padres. As noted. Say it again. Tied at 9. 0-2. Way high. Maton, 6th reliever, used. 1-2 in the air, right field. Coming on in, that's Hunter Renfroe toward the line. 1 hand grab and 1 gone. Bottom of the 10th. Kelby Tomlinson. Off the bench earlier, double switch by Bruce Bochy. Struck out his only at bat. That was in the 8th inning against Brad Hand, but then everybody struck out in the 8th inning. That's why the 3 outs were recorded. Very Brad Handish. Incredibly Handish performance by the Padre All-Star. Fastball delivered inside to Tomlinson, right-handed batter. It was a raucous sellout. Now it's a raucous small gathering of the 41,145 that was here. Back-to-back strike, back-to-back sellouts. Fly ball Hunter. Drifting back. Nice one-hand grab with it all the way with a good first step. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom of the 10th. Denard Span, #2 of the Giants. Phil Maton, 18th appearance for the rookie, 440. But those first 8 or 9, man, he was unhittable, untouchable. And really hadn't given up an earned run. He left a couple of runners that came around to score against the reliever after him. That's the first 2 he ever gave up in the majors. Earned runs, that is. First pitch fastball, strike call. I was going to walk home to the hotels. Not now. As Jerry used to say, way past my bedtime. 0-1 on the way. Line shot. Maton got a nonchalant one-hand grab with a glove right by the belt. Never even looked at it. Just made the grab and walk into the dugout. Nicely done, Phil Maton. Fly ball, line drive, big smile on his face. He can't help it. He just can't help it. In order go the Giants in the bottom of the 10th after 10. Teddy Jesse with you, San Fran. Tied at 9, I tells you. FM 94.9, Padres Radio Network.
Your home could be from termites.
They play San Diego's hottest slots. Plus, when you join the Players Club at the coolest casino I know, you can earn up to $100 cash and 2 free buffets. You also receive a certificate for a free 12-pack of New York Seltzer sparkling water just for joining the Players Club today. Membership is free, so head up to Valley View to see why they're my favorite casino.
AT&T Park in San Francisco, down on the China Basin on San Francisco Bay. Padres had as Chick Hearn used to say, a hard break in the ninth inning after being down 4-0 after one. 5-1 after three. They come back with a great comeback. Will Myers puts them ahead with a home run in the seventh. They get an add-on, coupled in the eighth. You figure that was game over, man. No, it wasn't. Mauer has been just as good as any closer in the last few weeks in baseball. Today, he was bad. A 2-out walk started it. Eventually, a 3-run inning to tie at 9. Now to the 11th. George Connos, right-hander, and Jesse.
All right, Hunter Renfroe to lead it off. He's 0 for 5 tonight, but he can make all of that fade away with one big swing, and he takes a hard slider for a called strike from Contos. 0-1. Pitching change brought to you by Rancho Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Better service, better financing offers. No one saves you more than Rancho. 9-9. Teams have combined for 27 hits. Season high 16 for the Padres. Here's the 0-1 to Renfroe. Reaches for it. Lines it to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Over towards the line. Tomlinson to cut it off. Renfroe will be held to a single. That's fine. Leadoff man aboard for the Padres, as it was in the 10th. Got the lead walk by Pirela last inning against Dyson. Got a 1-out walk from Myers, and the Padres had runners on first and second with 1 away last inning, but Sanchez struck out, Spangenberg grounded out, and now we'll see if they can take advantage in inning number 11. Eric Ibar at the plate. He's 0 for 5. Switch hitter from the left side here against the 32-year-old Contos, who did allow a run in last night's game. Gave up an RBI double to Will Myers in the 8th. First pitch, a bunt, and foul at home plate. Buster Posey still in there catching here in the 11th inning. Padres do not have any position players left after Luis Torrens came on in the double switch last inning. Giants actually have 3 guys available on the bench. Miguel Gomez, switch hitting infielder, catcher Nick Hundley, and infielder Jae Kyun Hwang. Padres have 2 relief pitchers left, Quackenbush and Torres. The Giants have only Kyle Crick in the bullpen available. But this is the start of Contos night. So for the moment, that's not really a big deal. See if Ibar's bunting again. He is not, and he takes high. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good thing the bunt went foul because it was right by feet, and Posey was going to get the runner at second base, get the lead runner, Renfroe. Caught a break there.
Lead single by Hunter. He's on first. Ibar at the plate. And Luis Torrens waiting on deck for what will be his first plate appearance of the night. 1-1. The birds are everywhere. And pitch is high.
Jesse, I'm scared. Hold me. Hold me.
I mean, this is as aggressive as we've ever seen them.
No, they're hungry.
Understandably, it's nearly midnight.
Way past feeding time for me and the birds.
Yeah, I've gotten hungry.
I understand.
2 balls and 1 strike. They set up inside on Ibar. Posey puts up a high target, and the pitch is swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Padres shortstop, Eric Ibar. Padres trailed 4-0, 5-1, 6-2. Then Eric was really hobbled by a foul ball that it looked like caught him on the toe area of his left foot. Able to stay in the game, and that's good because the Padres don't have any position players available at this point. Nine runs on 17 hits, 2 errors for the Padres. 9 runs on 11 hits, 1 error for the Giants. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ibar. Renfroe was going last time. Contos is set. Hunter runs again, and this pitch is high and outside, ball 4. Well, the Padres could not take advantage of 2 on and 1 out in the 10th We'll see what they can do here in the 11th with runners on first and second and nobody out for Luis Torrens. Dave Righetti, the pitching coach, going to go out and chat with Posey and Contos and now the entire Giant infield. Glenn Hoffman, the Padre third base coach, walked all the way down towards home plate to chat with Torrens. I would be surprised if he was not bunting.
Be the upset of the week so far, at least, if not the month.
It's worth reminding everybody, and I'm sure the players are aware of this, not that it really matters to them at this point. These guys are playing a day game tomorrow. 1:05 first pitch, a rare Saturday day game. All right, ready to go. Torrens squares to bunt early. Runners lead off first and second. Giants looked like they had the wheel play on, and Torrens' bunt goes foul. Back to the backstop, 0-1.
He does have one sacrifice. That's it. Not a great attempt right there. Now Huffy's coming, and they're taking a meeting right there in foul territory, third base.
Luis Perdomo in the afternoon against Matt Moore. I wonder if either one of them is still here.
You would think they sent him back.
Yeah.
The home and hotel in the case of the Padre.
Get some rest. Be ready for tomorrow. No balls and a strike to Torrens. Again, squaring to bunt. Renfroe and Ibar lead, and the bunt is a good one. Back towards the mound. It'll be handled by Contos. He throws to first, and it's a successful 1-4 sacrifice for Luis Torrens. Renfroe to third, Ibar to second, one away, and Matt Caesar, a home run shy of the cycle, is coming to the plate.
Nice job, Luis. Ball came up on him toward the handle and still able to get it down and deaden it quite nicely. About halfway between the mound and third base. Good bunt.
There have been something like 200,000 games played in Major League history. Never before has a guy hit for the cycle in a game that he did not start. If Matt Caesar manages to hit a home run here, he'll do just that. Base hit, though, would probably give the Padres a 2-run lead. And the fastball is high, 1-0. Think about that. 200,000 Major League games going back to the 1870s.
This is the longest of the 200,000. But I see your point clearly.
No one has ever done that. Now Caesar asks for time and steps out of the box. The Birds, by the way, are getting more brave. They're starting to land in the outfield.
That's what I mean. They're going, but they're swooping at the heads of the outfielders.
Denard Span is like ducked over in center field trying to avoid them. And they played this song, which they've learned the Birds don't like. Everybody clap your hands. And the Birds disperse momentarily, and there they go when they play that. It's only a temporary solution. Here's the 1-0 to Caesar. He takes high again, 2 balls and no strikes. I might just put him aboard, too. You set up a force at the plate, set up the double play on the infield. Jose Perella waits on deck. Yeah, the Birds don't like everybody clap your hands.
I'm not that fond of it either.
I understand. Runners lead off second and third, 1 out in the 11th. The pitch to Caesar is high, ball 3. And again, first base open, 1 out. This might be the old unintentional, intentional walk. Crick, the only reliever left for the Giants, is going to warm up in the bullpen. Here's the 3-0 to Caesar. He's taking, and a strike on the inside corner. 3-1. Caesar came in as part of a 4th-inning double switch. He doubled and scored in the 5th, singled in the 6th, tripled and scored in the 8th. Infield in with runners on second and third, 1 out. Hitters count 3-1. Contos is set. And the pitch to Caesar is a line drive into left field for a base hit. Coming in to score easily is Renfroe. Ibar will be held at third. An RBI single for Matt Caesar, his 4th hit of the night. And the Padres jump on top 10-9 here in the 11th. He was ahead 3-0. He took a strike. He got a pitch up and in, and he sort of tomahawked it to left. Got it over the head of the third baseman, Nunez. And now the Padres have runners on the corners, 1 out. Jose Perella at the plate. For Matt Caesar, it's his first career 4-hit game. And again, he didn't start. It's been that kind of night at AT&T Park. 10-9 Padres with 1 out in the top of the 11th. Throw to first, and Caesar back with a head-first slide. Ibar at third, Perella at the plate. Giant infield talking amongst themselves, trying to figure out positioning. They're about halfway in with a runner on third. Here comes the pitch. And Perella takes inside, ball 1. Jose tonight is 3 for 5. He walked to lead off the 10th inning. As mentioned, though, stranded. And he himself is a home run shy of the cycle. Doubled in the 3rd, RBI single in the 5th, and an RBI triple in the 8th. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch to Perella, and that's a called strike. Inside corner at the knees, 1-1. Runners take their leads off the corners. 1-1 to Perella. The pitch from Contos, and a big swing and a foul ball straight back. 1-2. And there's the song for the birds.
There they go. There they go. Following the leader over the right field wall and off to the bay to make a big circle and be back here within 90 seconds.
It's just about buying a little bit of time.
Worth it, because they were all over the place, and a lot of them on the ground in the outfield and swarming over the heads of the outfielders. Woohoo!
Ball and 2 strikes to Perella. Here's the pitch from Contos in the dirt. Nice stop by Posey.
Contos has as many mannerisms as any pitcher you'll ever see.
A lot going on out there.
He's amazing. He's the pitching version of Carlton Fisk or Mike Hargrove at the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners lead. And the pitch is in the air, foul. Towards the upper deck, but into the second level behind home plate. Perella battling with George Contos here in the 11th inning.
He gets the ball back. Will bring back the back of his hat down and then bring the front down. Then when he stares in, he brings it up. When you just put it down. Puts the bill of the hat back up. He's got another 20 mannerisms in between each pitch. It's amazing.
2-2 to Perella. Caesar leads off of first, Ibar off of third, and the pitch again is in the air, foul, this time down the right field line. And again into the seats and out of play. Might be time to clap your hands because the birds are once again becoming rather aggressive. They're low flying right now in left and center.
Can't do what they do at the airports many times in New York. LaGuardia used to have a shotgun patrol out there in Jeeps, and they would shoot shotgun shells up in the air. That would scatter the birds because they are obviously a hazard on takeoffs and landings. Can't do that here.
Probably not.
We got spectators left. Sorry.
Now a 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Backhand stop by Posey this time. Neither runner will attempt to advance. And the count now full, 3-2.
And again, they were not shooting at the birds. They were shooting for the noise to make them scatter away from the airports and the runways.
You know what they need? They just need like a big, giant scarecrow out in the left field bleachers. Right? Seems simple, low tech.
Put Mudcat out there.
He would definitely frighten them. 10-9 Padres here in the 11th inning. This game was long and weird even before we got to extras. It has only gotten longer and weirder. But right now, the Pods in front looking to add on with 2 on, 1 away. And Jose Perella at the plate. Runners take their leads off the corners. Caesar goes from first, and the pitch is grounded up the middle through for a base hit. Crawford dove, couldn't get there. Ibar will score. Caesar on to third, and an RBI single for Jose Perella. His 4th hit of the night. And the Padres add another 11-9 in the 11th. So now Caesar at third, Perella at first, and Bruce Bochy's making a double switch. Contos was brought on to work the 11th inning. He has struggled. He has allowed 2 runs, and the only out he has recorded came on a sacrifice. So Bochy talked to Laz Diaz, the plate umpire. Denard Span, the center fielder, made the last out. I think he thought he was coming out of this game, but he's not. And it looks like Brandon Belt is going to go to the outfield. Tomlinson may be coming out of this game. He made the next to last out. So you're going to put the pitcher back in the 9th spot where he began the night for the Giants. We'll clear up all of that for you when we return. The main thing is that the Padres have an 11-9 lead here in the top of the 11th inning. 1 out. Runners on the corners and a pitching change on the 11th inning. The Padres have scored a couple of runs against George Contos. It was his 4th time pitching in the last 5 days. He was not supposed to be, quote-unquote, available. But circumstances dictated otherwise, and now Kyle Crick has come on to relieve him. 9th Major League appearance for Crick. And he's got Carlos Asuaje coming up with 2 runs in for the Padres here in the 11th. Runners on the corners, 1 out. 11-9 San Diego. Infield in, a throw to first, and Perella back in standing up. He just brought home a run with a base hit. Matt Caesar did the same before him, and he is on third base. Runners on the corners and 1 away. Crick, a right-hander. Pitched an inning and 2/3 last night, and Asuaje fouls one back behind the net. I imagine they probably didn't want to use him tonight either.
But as you say, circumstances. And this pitching change, by the way, here with Crick coming on, brought to you by the UFCW, the United Food and Commercial Workers, Local 135 in San Diego, California.
Mentioned Tomlinson out of the game. Pitcher to the 9 spot now for the Giants. Belt goes from first to left, and Huang comes into play first base. Here's a line drive, right field, base hit, Carlos Asuaje. That'll bring Caesar home. Perella goes to second base. Another Padre run in the 11th, their 3rd. It is 12-9 San Diego. Still just 1 out with runners on first and second. And the 7th man to hit in this inning will be Will Myers. 20th hit of the night for the Padres. And now Phil Maton on deck for what will very possibly be his first Major League plate appearance. Kind of looks like he knows what he's doing. He's got batting gloves. We'll see. Myers takes, and a fastball strike on the outside corner. Nothing in 1 from Crick. 24-year-old from Fort Worth was the 49th overall pick of the 2011 draft by the Giants, out of high school in Texas. Threw a lot of pitches last night, and Myers fouls this one back out of play, 0-2. Padres have scored 3 runs on 4 hits here in the 11th. Myers at the plate with runners on the corners, 1 out. Excuse me, runners on first and second, 1 out. 0-2 pitch is high. Crick's fastball, 95 miles per hour, the inverse of the number he wears on his back, 59. Perella at second, an RBI single. Asuaje at first, an RBI single. And the 1-2 to Myers, fouled straight back. Will tonight is 1 for 5. He homered way back in the 7th inning. That gave the Padres a 7-6 lead. Padres were down 6-2. Fought back. And the Giants with a 2-out rally. In the bottom of the 9th inning, tied it at 9. Now the Padres have gone ahead in the 11th. Here's a 1-2 to Myers. Ground ball shortstop, could be 2. Crawford from Anita second. Panic flips to Huang, and that is a double play. So Myers grounds into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play here in the 11th. But the Padres get 3 runs against George Cantos, and they will take a 12-9 lead into the bottom half of inning number 11. This is the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
National Car Rental presents a control enthusiast.
Added learning resources and job placement opportunities and exposure to the
Padres Radio.
Here in San Francisco, it's the bottom half of inning number 11. Padres now have a 12-9 lead. They had a 9-6 lead with 2 outs and the bases empty in the bottom of the 9th. So basically, we've been here before. Brandon Maurer came on, he got Nunez, he got Belt, and then trouble started. And here in the 11th with a 3-run lead, Phil Maton has Nunez and Belt, the same 2 guys to start it off. Nunez 0 for 5 with a strikeout. He's also grounded into a double play. And he takes a fastball high from Maton, 1 ball and no strikes. The trouble began for Maurer in the 9th when Buster Posey walked, then an RBI single by Crawford, and Connor Gillespie hit a 2-run homer onto the landing and right to tie it. 1-0, tried to hold up, could not. It's a swing and a miss. And 1 ball and 1 strike to Eduardo Nunez. Maton set. Now the 1-1 pitch to the right-handed batter, and that's a fastball that misses a little bit up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Everyone but Franchi Cordero and Hector Sanchez has gone the distance defensively for the Padres. They have no more bench players. They do have 2 relievers left, although right now this is Maton's game. 2-1, there's a strike. Good slider. And the count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Everybody has pitched out of the bullpen for the Giants. Osich, Guerin, Strickland, Okert, Dyson, Cantos, and Crick. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is in the air, foul, right side out of play. Nunez, Belt, Posey here as the clock has struck midnight in San Francisco. Game started at 7:15. It was long before we got to extras. And here we are in the 11th inning with the Padres leading by 3. The 2-2 to Nunez. Grab ball right side. Myers has it. Eat him up, but has it. Underhand toss. Maton there. And 1 away. Hard hit. Weird angle. Nicely handled by Will. And that's the first of 3 needed outs in the 11th as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
KCT San Diego. Download the FM 94.9 app.
Did he get it?
For commercial-free music during all Padres games.
He got it!
Go to FM949SD.com for details.
At AT&T Park in San Francisco with Ted Leitner, I'm Jesse Agler. Padres leading the Giants now 12-9 with 1 out and the bases empty in the bottom of the 11th. Here's Brandon Belt. Swings at the first pitch, fly ball right center field, fairly deep. Caesar, the center fielder, though, is there. He'll make the catch 2 away. He hit it into the birds.
No, he really did. Scattered him. That'll do it, and the song will do it. That's about it.
And so here we are, right where we were in the bottom of the 9th. Padres leading by 3, 2 outs, bases empty, Buster Posey at the plate. Buster walked. That started the trouble then. We'll see what he does now against Maton. First pitch from Phil on the way, and a ground ball, third base. Should be the ball game. Spangenberg has it, makes the throw across the diamond, and Phil Maton shuts it down to earn the win. Padres and Giants play a wild one in San Francisco, and the final score in 11 innings. The Padres 12 and the Giants 9. Take a break. Teddy back with the totals after this on the FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
For you, Jazz. KIFM presents Jazz Under the Sun.
Padres Radio.
That was some kind of baseball game. A lot of bad, a lot of good, a lot of drama, punching back and forth. It was never dull. Padres had themselves down 4-0 and 5-1 and 5-2, and by gosh, came back on a Will Myers home run to eventually get a lead in the 7th. They added on, had a nice, comfortable 3-run lead, and that lead with Mauer has been money in the bank. After 15 consecutive saves, he goes out there, gets the first 2 outs, and then suddenly a walk to Buster Posey, and then single, a run in, a 2-run home run by the pinch hitter Conor Gillespie, and the ball game's tied. Shocking, because you've gotten that confidence in Mauer that it's going to get done. Even with a 3-run, the maximum lead, it did not get done, and the boys came back again after being tied at 9 to take themselves a 12-9 lead with a 3-run top of the 11th and wound up winning the ball game. The Giants rebuilt their bullpen after last year. They need to, obviously, more rebuilding and building to come because they have given away a game after they themselves came from a great comeback. And the Padres win the ball game, get at least a split of this 4-game series, as they'll have now the night completion of the series and a couple of day games coming up. So these are the totals here in the ball game with the boys. 12 runs on a season-high 20 hits, a couple of errors, and 12 left. The Giants 9 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and 7 left. Phil Maton wins his second Major League ball game. George Katos, the loser, is 0-4. Sellout crowd for the second day in a row here, 41,145. And a time of game, 4 hours and 46 minutes for 11 innings. I mean, it was 3 hours for basically 6 innings today. It was slow, but it doesn't matter. If you win, all that stuff is just peripheral nonsense. Don't mean nothing. Today's game was brought to you by Mission Fed, longtime community partner of the hometown team, the San Diego Padres. To find out more, visit missionfed.com/community. Done and done. The night games are done, as mentioned, 105 on Saturday, 105 on Sunday. Tomorrow, Luis Perdomo against Matt Moore in that 105 start. In Game 3 between the Padres, who are absolutely dominating the San Francisco Giants. They've now won 8 of 11 ball games this year. A win of 2 out of 3 at the homestand after the All-Star break, and the first 2 here in San Francisco. Padre Baseball on FM 94.9 has been a presentation of Entercom Radio and the San Diego Padres Radio Network. Our producer-engineer is Dave Marcus, senior executive producer Rich Herrera, assistant producer Jim Russell, and studio coordinators Seth Oates and Jesse Moore. They had a long night. Thank you. Stay tuned. Post-game next for Jesse Agler. I'm Ted Leitner here in San Francisco, AT&T Park. Padres again, 105 tomorrow. Here they come from behind. They get tied. They come from a tie and win the ball game. 12-9 is the final in San Francisco. Now the Birds can go eat, and they are. Good night from San Francisco, FM 94.9 Padres Radio Network.
Thanks.